So I was going to offer you guys alternative rolling methods if you like. It's up to the group as a whole democratically if you want to do 4d6, drop the lowest. If you want to re-roll ones, do a combination of the two. It doesn't bother me in the least. If you want more epic characters, do both. If you want to have more significant flaws, I would say maybe do one or neither, but really up to the group as far as what you guys want to experience.
And people decide, do we have to do all the same thing if people wanted to do something different if we just decide it that way, or does it matter?
It does not matter to me. I would say if one person is doing a more epic role, it might be disheartening as the campaign goes on that they succeed more often. That's the only thing I would kind of
What would
point
be the
out
epic
initially.
roll?
So doing like a 4d6, drop the lowest, reroll ones. Some people even re-roll
Uh,
twos.
yeah.
But
I. What's everybody's thoughts on that?
You can do it if you want. You can roll.
I did some practice rolls with the re-rolling ones, and I did like a little bit of research. And there's like two ways of doing it. It's either like you just have a D5 essentially, where whenever you roll a one, you re-roll it, or you just if you see a one, you re-roll that die once, and that's it.
So you could get double ones.
Yeah, you could get double ones. You re-roll those double ones, and if you re-roll double ones again, then you get double ones.
I won't make you keep that. If you roll a one 4 times in a row, you can roll a fifth time. It doesn't bother me in the least.
But there's a part of me that likes the point buy because it makes you kind of have flaws, and that's kind of the fun part about it too. I don't know. I could go either which way.
Yep, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, I like to use personally just for the sake of expediency. I actually tend to lean on the standard array and then kind of plan that around the bonuses I get for my race and stuff. But yeah, usually when I make a character, I'm like, oh yeah, stats, whatever. For my character sheet, just so that I could have like a speaking as token, I wanted something a little more dungeon mastery. But I did just because I had time. I made a level 20 character who's a bard and drunken master. They
Nice.
won't be a character in game. It was just for
Well,
fun when I was
that's no
messing
fun.
with it.
I think we should see it in game.
Maybe they're like a mayor of a town or something.
I might find a way to implement that. But yeah, as I talked about before, I actually philosophically am 100% against the idea of a DMPC.
Yeah.
I just think it's douchey. Like, join a game as a player. You already control every blade of grass of the universe. Why do you have to level up a character and steal a spotlight?
I guess that is true.
But that's a summary of my rant. And other people, of course, have different opinions, and that's fine. I don't hate on anybody who runs a game with their own DMPC. It's just not for me.
It's all about having fun.
Yeah. Like meth. I've never done meth, but if you want to smoke rat poison out of a basement, broken light bulb, have
Okay,
at
yeah.
it.
It's your life.
Yep.
Okay, so Steve wants to do point buy.
That's my vote, but I don't care. I won't throw a
Don't
fit
care.
at somebody. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. It's not like.
And you guys don't all have to use the same method, you know. It's,
That's true.
Whatever's comfy.
Okay. I think rolling would be fun because we've never done it before.
All right, let's do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
plus
cool.
I have the 3D dice enabled. If you
I
guys
ain't
want
scared.
to throw on the Roll20 side.
If I have to kill my character, I'll kill my character. It'll be fun.
But I think. Sorry. I think.
Yeah.
Therefore, you are.
Yeah. I think
Alright.
doing the reroll ones, but you only reroll ones once, if that makes sense.
If the fates insist on that one.
Yeah, if they insist on the ones, then you get the ones.
Okay. So it's 4d6 and reroll 1.
And you drop the lowest. So, do an example.
Oh, drop the lowest
And-
4d6.
And hopefully I roll a 1. Yes, okay, so I rolled a 1. So then I would then do another roll 1d6. And I got a 6. So then I would drop the 3. If that makes sense. So I would wind up with a 16 for that roll.
Ah.
There might be, and I don't know if I could find it very quickly, there might be a way to type into the chat that whole thing where it does it all for you. And again, I
Like
don't,
a macro.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a macro for that, but it might take time to find. So,
Oh,
future reference.
Like that, kinda.
Before, sorry about that.
that seemed pretty fast. But that was
But that
That's exactly the macro. Yeah. So Raymond. Now Raymond's. Yeah. Okay.
Did it
Now
re-roll the
couple
ones though?
No,
Because it looks like it's just
No.
dropping the lowest.
no, it didn't. Correct.
It did not. So there's
I think there's two
and
ones.
you can see the actual rolls. Yeah, there's only a couple ones in there.
Yeah.
But
That's
that is
cool,
awesome.
though.
And
Did you
that
use-
being said, if you don't like that set, you can roll a whole other set. Again, I'm not gonna.
Oh no.
Do you know if
Nothing
there
is rated
is
blue.
like we could do that input and then just go through the ones that have a 1 and re-roll those individual dice.
It's not very dramatic.
I want to do it so I get to see the dice roll. It's
I
driving
want
me
it one
crazy.
by one just to build up a little bit of tension.
Okay.
here.
So I think we should, just
I want to see somebody
everyone
cry tonight.
one person goes and then another person goes and they just do all of their stuff.
I agree. It'll be fun. I ain't got nothing else to do tonight.
Sounds
Let's-
good to me.
Roll some dice.
Damn it.
So let me see. I want to look over
Connor.
my itinerary here and see what we have.
This goes against my nature.
Levi, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out Beyond's character thingy here. As long as it's basically set up, we should be fine, right? Apply changes, build your character. There you go. Look at me go. Done, I think. I got to add extra something somehow, and I don't know how that happened, but
Extra somethings.
yeah, for some reason I got to add like +2 and +1 to random stats in the D&D, the Roll20 piece that
It
wasn't in.
Usually that's racial.
Were you using like Tasha's
I don't
adjustments?
I don't think so.
Because
But I'll just manually set them per Beyond.
well, if we're rolling, then
Oh yeah,
Yep.
it
true.
doesn't matter.
So if
I
I was
see.
to roll 1d6, my first stat, my first one for the 3 would be a 6, so a 6, 5, 6, a 17, and
Oh, for roll number 3.
that would be a 2.
So
So,
you're replacing the one roll.
so it'd still be the same. So it's fine with me, man.
Well, you did get a pretty good one there.
I got a 17. I'm happy with that. It's good enough for
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Okay, so how did you do the roll stats thing?
Oh yeah, can you paste that whole macro into the Discord?
Or is it
chat?
just
Dude,
like you
all,
just
all
click
I
the
did
roll
is
stats?
I'm at the character sheet, bro, and all I
Oh,
just did was
yeah,
click
yeah.
roll d4, drop lowest,
Yeah, I see
Oh,
that.
nice.
Where's that
and
at?
it fucking threw that shit out.
So in abilities, it asks you like what method you're doing, and then you just do roll for stats, and then there's a button that says roll 46, drop lowest.
Oh.
I will be back. I'm gonna go use the washroom.
Yes, sir.
Be safe.
The washroom?
The
The
arduous
washroom.
I don't call it a washroom.
It's a
Is
little
there
more
a-
sophisticated than shitta.
Well, I'm in Oklahoma, so we call it the shitter. So, or an outhouse.
The shitta.
We don't have running water in Oklahoma.
So
Someday,
hey,
maybe.
here's kind of a weird thing, and it's just because I wonder about geographical differences. So I heard somewhere, I actually read about it online. People use what is called a poop knife. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay, then. Maybe it's just a couple weirdos in
Yo,
the woods
poop
somewhere.
knife.
Were they? Yeah. So, what is the poop knife?
I've
Like,
heard
Essentially,
people-
it makes it easier to flush. Like you cut
Yeah.
it up when you're done and just
Oh, yeah,
make smaller
no,
pieces. Yeah.
that is not a thing that I know of. Nope,
And it
no.
kind of makes me gag to think about it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Yeah.
Nope. So, there's some big hicks in this area. Never heard of that. And we're close to Arkansas, and there are hillbillies there. So,
Right.
yeah, no.
Maybe
But
I don't know.
I like it. I think you should stick with that story.
Okay. All right. I'm rolling my stuff.
You gonna do it? All right. Oh no. Oh, there's a 16. That's good.
Right. Okay, so reroll. I gotta reroll a few. Wow, you gotta reroll almost all of them. Sheesh.
Looky there.
I will.
And they're on ones with pretty good rolls already, too. Nice.
So
Get you. That's 11. That's 15.
Mhm.
Correct.
15 for one.
That's 18. Oh, you got to roll again.
Right.
You can't keep 6 for all of them, can you?
No.
Why not? Technically, that's legit, right? For roll number 2 there, that 6 would replace the...
Beat 18.
The 1. The 6 would replace, yeah.
Oh, that's
that
a
was for the first
17.
one, so it'd be 5
Yeah.
for the... Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was skipping ahead. Yeah, it looks like our paladin's going to be pretty formidable.
And that would be 13. 13 for 4.
Yeah.
Sheesh. 12. 16. I think that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
So my final is 15, 14, or 17, 12, 13.
You got it? All right. Here we go.
Think-
Rolling for stats.
Yeah.
Drop lowest.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Oh, an 18. Let's go.
Looky there. I think that will go to my charisma. I'm not sure.
If you want to, you could re-roll that 1 and get a lower stat. You're certainly welcome to.
Certain, yeah, now. And there's no 1, so that's a...
Yeah, on
that's
number
what-
6. Number 6, you got a 1.
Oh, okay. All right, well,
Also
we'll-
a 1 on the 18.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
yeah. Not
But
I
rerolling
mean,
that one.
can't
I
get
think
better
that's
than
gonna
the
stay.
6.
I think that's staying right there.
There you go.
So
So
that's 9. That's
9,
11.
11?
So it's 12, 12, 11, 12, 18. It's all the same. Nothing changes. All right.
Well, the 9 changed to an 11, but
Yeah, but my roll 3 is 11. so it doesn't matter.
Your roll 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, it's 6. I already did it for me. I gotcha. I thought there were 7 up there and you dropped 1. But it does. I gotcha. Nope, it's 11. Okay. All right. Who's up next?
I will. Said Josh one.
Go for it at your leisure. Well, you have all but one that you have a reroll for, it looks like.
Yeah, lots of
You have
double
a
one.
couple. Yeah.
Double ones.
So I didn't really get what you guys were doing because I'm slow.
No, that's okay. So for roll 1,
Yes.
you got a 13 with
Cool.
a 1 in there. So for roll 1, you're gonna roll 1d6 extra. So put that in. And you got another 1. So roll 1 doesn't change.
Okay.
Now roll 2, you roll 2 dice, 2d6, because you got 2 1s there. There you go. And
So that'd be what, 14?
yeah. So roll number 2 changes to 14. So I just typed that in, just like number 2, 14.
Why is
So
it
you
changed to 14?
because we're re-rolling the 1s,
Yep.
and roll number 2 had 2 1s, and you rolled a 5 and a 3. So your next lowest number is a 2. So you're going to keep your 5 and your 3 and your 6, which equals 14.
Right. Yep. I knew that. That's what I was
I
missing.
was confused too, so it makes more sense.
Roll 2 is 14. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
And then you just move on to
3.
roll 3, and you just keep going down the list there.
Oop. Well,
Another 14? Question mark? Or no, you dropped the 3.
yeah.
Oh, an 11. A plus 1. It's not bad.
And then 4. I have that 1. 1.
Well, that was a D8.
Oh, I don't mind.
Oh.
It's still under 6 if you want to keep
It's
it.
still under 6.
Fair enough. So that would
That'd
be
10 plus 5, 15.
Oh, nice.
So number 4.
5 has a 1. Wow, I got a decent amount of.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
There it is. 15, I think, for 5.
12, 3, 15. Yeah.
There we go.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm
Custom lineage
cool with
sorcerer. Who is playing as the character Kelp? just refreshed and saw that on.
That is me, Steve.
Awesome.
I just needed one score to be good. And I got it. I can suck at everything else.
So then you are I presume by the name, sea elf?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna talk it through, but yeah, I think so. It's kind of more of a nickname, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. See if it works. I think it'll work well with what's going on.
Yeah, there is a sea elf in Dragonlance. I watched a video on the races, and I
Yeah.
didn't go super into it. Whoever made the video really loves dwarves, but there was a
Yeah.
wolf mention.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
definitely
not a
get more
whole
into
lot of
that.
them. They said it's kind of a, they're there, and they talk about it also in the book as well. So that'll be something unique and different.
Given how much there is to offer from the world, I'm really surprised that this book didn't get more into that in the way that like the Ravnica book really gets into every guild and all kinds of stuff for the lore. Seems like there's some just missing holes they could have gone into, or like the walrus people and stuff. I think would be an interesting thing they could have,
Yeah, I saw that.
among other things. I don't know.
Yeah.
There are a ton.
Jeez.
But the success of this, I'm sure they're going to keep pushing. That is, if they can recover from the OGL nonsense. 'Cause that's going to be, I mean, that's going to have
Yeah.
years that go. I don't think we've seen the end of that yet.
No. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Okay, it's asking me to choose a feat at level 1 but we don't get to choose any feat. We have to choose from.
There's
Yeah.
set feats for level 1.
So if your background doesn't come with a feat, you get to either take skilled or tough.
That's right.
I'm fine with that being flexible, because I did talk with Ray about being able to have the feat that lets him use the sword, which is part of his backstory, and I didn't feel that that was especially breaking. So I do want everybody to know that there's flexibility there. If you have a really cool feat that ties into your character intrinsically, I don't mind expanding that list, as it were.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
I'm
pretty
doing.
sure that scimitar feat is not offered as one of the options.
I forgot I was taking custom lineage, so that's where that feat came from.
I wonder then, it might have a couple. There was one, I think, for Connor's character, the Fey Touched. That was on the Paladin, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to go as well.
Yeah,
You have
that
to
was
do
with
that.
the variant human.
Word.
Is that okay to take?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had another character idea planned, and then when I started like just recently researching like stuff for a backstory, I ended up changing my build plan slightly to fit my backstory a lot better.
Okay, you know what?
I
I'm
like
not.
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just talking out loud. I'm not going back. I'm going to go back. I'm not doing custom lineage anymore.
I will stop my notes where I left off there. I was just diving into that.
They got a frickin' 18 and 2.
Charisma?
Yeah, I mean that's all I really care about is charisma. I can't go to 21.
Yeah, that's true.
So why go custom lineage then?
For a different feat, you could go variant human, or I guess you want to be an elf. So
No, I don't care about that. Now I can choose any race. Oh dear lord. This opens up things.
So
this is not
if
good,
it
people.
helps with the character creation, I
Yeah.
don't mind if you wanted to get that custom lineage and get some of the perks, you could move just that 1 point to something else.
Oh.
Unless somebody objects, unless somebody thinks that that's crazy or weird, but I don't see it breaking anything if you wanted to just move it over so there's no discrepancies in that. I just like the idea of the sea elf but that's me.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll. Yeah, I'll move it over somewhere. That's a lot of 12s. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's just do that. I'm totally fine with that.
I
Thanks.
super appreciate while we're going through the creation here that Jacques and Brunhilde have deities from Dragonlance. I thought that was really cool of you guys to look into and select.
Yeah, that was I had a character planned out, and then I was like, you know what, I should like fit them into the game I'm playing. So that's what I did, and I just kind of shoehorned with changing my character and stuff like that into the world.
I read a Facebook community rant and then decided to make that person into a character. So now we have Brunhilde Magmagut.
It's such a weird dwarven. I love how much the focus is on how hairy she is.
Yeah.
The soft beard. The name comes from having red hair on the belly. I was just like, ew, but awesome. I don't like my ladies fuzzy. That's just a personal preference. I don't want to shame anybody who likes the happy trails and stuff. That's all gravy. Insert disclaimers here for the.
Well, you've just never touched Brunhilde's soft
Yeah.
beard.
Could be life changing, you know.
Yeah. You don't know until you try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid crazy. Okay. That's got to change because of that.
So I'm gonna hold off on taking notes there until that is. Oh, also, Connor, thank you for sharing the content on the D&D Beyond. Do you have every single book that's ever made, or
I have
seemed
all
like
the
a ton of stuff on there?
I have all the character creation stuff, and then some of the campaigns.
When Connor commits to a hobby, Connor commits to a
It's
hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all in.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I started rock climbing like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that, and I bought a 3-month membership, and then since then I've bought yearly memberships, and I've gone pretty much ever since, except for recently I've taken a break. Okay.
And
I got
I think
everything.
that we still had. Let me know if I missed something. Do we still have one person who was going to roll?
Levi, did
Or if
Levi
you already
roll?
like your stats, then that's fine.
No, I do need to roll. I just had made the character and I don't know how to go back to like a blank page to go back through to the roll option.
You can do it manually if you want, I think. If it's
Yeah, are
already
you talking
created.
on Roll20 or
Yeah,
Beyond?
on Roll20. Like I can just roll dice, but I see everyone doing it out in the open, and I want to be a.
It's really up to you. I have trust for everybody. It has. Essentially, because if you were to get back to that point, you would have to restart the character mancer at level 1 and repeat everything you've already done.
That
Which would
sounds
be quicker since you've done it, but could be tedious. Your call.
Okay, so how do I restart the character mancer? Let's do it that way.
So let's see.
If you go to the cogwheel on your sheet, at the very bottom it says launch level 1 can't be undone.
Yeah.
That basically wipes your character and you start all over again.
Cogwheel.
There's also.
Even though I did like custom lineage, I don't get to. It's not letting me choose my feat.
On Beyond or Roll20?
Roll20.
So Roll20, it won't. That'll be one of the things I'll need to manually edit in.
Okay, I got you. All right, then
there
I'm
is a
fucking done.
place somewhere where feats can be added. I don't know how easy it is on your side, but yeah, I can get that in there. I'll go through and I'll have everything side by side to make sure it lines up. So,
It
no
didn't.
worries.
I need to add my spells from the white robes.
Well, I just have a big white screen right now, so.
Like in Roll20, you're not getting like the map and stuff?
No, I am. And, my character sheet is just all white.
Hmm.
But I need
Sometimes they do take time to load, even on a quick computer. If it gets wonky, I can always create a new blank sheet. Roll20 is awesome 90% of the time.
God, it's quirks, man.
There we go. Okay, so where is this cog that you're talking about?
So you might be able to do it from, so if you look at your character sheet,
Yeah.
where it has your class and level, there's a little tiny anvil, like a red anvil icon.
Yeah.
And if you click that, that goes to level up. That
Yeah.
doesn't let you reset. Never mind. Sorry. So, but if you do click that, it'll bring up where it says Character Mancer. You can click next to level up.
Mm-hmm.
But go over.
Character will be level 2, which I don't want.
No, you don't want to hit next there. Now you do have to go to the cogwheel. I was hoping it would let you shortcut there. So to the right of that red anvil logo, you'll have background, and then you'll have the cogwheel.
Okay, so when I click that cogwheel, it brings
That's
up
not the
everything's
one.
editable.
Never mind. Ignore what I just said.
Okay.
When you hit the you want the cogwheel that where it says the tabs for core, bio, spells.
I see it here, yeah.
That cogwheel. When you scroll down on the bottom right, there'll be two buttons: launch level 1 Character Mancer and launch level
Got it.
plus.
Found it.
First one, it warns you cannot be undone. So don't do this when we're level 7. You lose everything.
Okay. Rip through this again.
And Ray, were you going to be having your character up on the D&D Beyond as well?
I think he was, yeah.
Okay, roll
Okay.
for stats.
Or I can. I mean, I can, or I can just say fuck it and just keep it here after you fix my feeds.
Okay. Either way is cool. I'm good either way. Because I'm going to be transcribing from Beyond anyway, so essentially I would say make your character in full to the best of the ability you can there, and then I know for a fact I'll have to manually add in the stuff for the sword with that feat and everything. With that, I've already anticipated.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the stats that just popped up here, for the roll 2, can I re-roll the 1 and then drop the lowest, or I just need to drop the 1 off and that's the stat?
No, yeah, you re-roll the one,
Reroll
and
the
then
one,
you're gonna
and then
drop the lowest.
And I can do that through... Is there...
All of the times you've rolled a one.
No, where's all the fancy dice at?
Oh, so you just
So there is, I know that Beyond has a dice roller that can be integrated. I don't use that much, so I don't know the details there. I'm sorry. On the upper left, on the map screen, on the left-hand side, there are a bunch of buttons.
Yeah.
I have more because of being the GM, but there's one that looks like a dice, and you should be able to click into that, and then you can roll as such.
there you go.
Oh, nice. The dice roller, they added exploding dice. That's sweet. For L5R players, anyway.
That's 8.
We got a 10 for number 2, I think.
Yeah. 10. Another 1 to re-roll. Never mind. An 8. Another 1 to try out. A 6.
Nice. So that's a 17 on roll 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So Brunhilde looks like will be definitely a specialist.
3, so the 9 will stay. And 14. Perfect. 17, 10, 8, 17, 9, and 14. Oh, you just have to manually change them because they don't let you use all the new numbers you have?
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
Well, we'll make them all 7, though. I can't do that. Okay.
So I know that I did get custom art from Ray for his character. Does everybody have a picture for their character yet?
Yes, I have one.
I do.
I just need to send it once.
Do I send it to you, or how do you want me to do that?
You can send it in Discord, either personal message or post it up in the chat for everybody. Essentially, I want to download it and then make tokens out of it, and then I'll set the token to the characters before our first session.
Okay.
But I also like to have, just for the sake of consistency and streaming and stuff like that, I like to set the speaking as in the chat as the character so that it shows the logo. And you'll see in the bottom left what mine is because I made a character for the Dungeon Master. So I have Dr. Doom as the
Nice.
token thing there.
I lost hours and hours to Mid-Journey one day, and I still lose many hours to Mid-Journey making shit on AI stuff. It's incredible. I don't know if you've ever heard of Mid-Journey, but it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I've really wanted to get into the AI art stuff. It really is impressive. Sometimes a little weird, but yeah, it's super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, so
I
I
don't know if
made
I've
my
used
character on
Midjourney
it, though.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
I wanted to use it for Ravnica for like custom backgrounds with the guilds, and they have different types of architecture and stuff. So there's a lot of keywords that you can really use to zero in on an image.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to dabble as much as I wanted to.
So-
And it's crazy that that's kind of like the first phase, like the AI art generation is the
Oh,
first phase
yeah.
of it. When we get to like say PlayStation 4 as opposed to PlayStation 1, if that makes sense. When
It's
we get
scary.
to the PlayStation 4 level of it.
Yeah.
Well, and like the deep fake videos where they put a face of an actor on somebody normal, like we're at the
It's
point now you can't trust anything. Snapchat
no, you
filters
really
and
can't.
stuff.
No. You know, Mid-Journey has a really hard time with hands. It's its difficulty. It'll like create like
Oh, just like real artists.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but did it post? Yeah. So I've also made a token for you as well. If you want to, I guess I could drop that in on my character.
Oh yeah, if you have a custom one you want to use, that's awesome.
Yeah, I just made
like
it.
a free token maker. What is it called? Roll advantage.
Roll advantage.
Token stamp.
Yep, that's what I use.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I always use the thin metallic looking ring and just change the color of it.
That's what I do.
It's
Yeah.
more like face
Yeah.
to see.
All right. So I need to default token. Drop that in there. And then okay, let's change the name of that.
Oh, I'm doing weird stuff.
What weird
Never.
stuff is happening?
So for some reason in the character mancer, it didn't let me choose my Fey touched spell that I'm supposed to get. And so I'm just checking like my spells that I have, and it has the Misty Step here from the feat itself, but there isn't like a selection thing. Anyways, I'm trying to just add Bless myself, but I don't know.
I had to add my Bane.
Okay. Yeah, if it doesn't, if you have any issues with that, I will totally get that added in. I think that's part of the advantage of the D&D Beyond character creation is probably because of Connor's huge compendium that's been shared. But the charactermancer may be limited, as it were.
All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Even though the bless spell isn't the bless spell in my thing, I'm just gonna leave it.
And what I've done on mine, if I get it from the white robes, I'm putting white robe next to it, so you know where I got it.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think I'm going to set the avatar image, so then the speaking as.
That's my Fey touch spell.
Okay.
Do you get to use that free once, or is that you just get it?
What?
Fey touch.
Yeah, both the spells you get are once per day for free, and then once you get the spell slots to cast them, then you can cast them with your spell slots as well.
Same thing with my Initiate of High Sorcery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 3. I get 3 free spells. Can't beat that.
Super awesome. Steve,
Yes.
just to make sure I've got this looking right, can you please go on the chat tab in Roll20 at the very bottom where it says as? Can you change that to your character? Kelp should be on the
Yes.
list as a. I just want to see if it changes your image on the bottom there. Because then when we have our game session, everybody's character faces will be on the bottom and it looks all pretty, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
But also actions and speaking will be in character.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Remind me again how I just throw in a picture for my character token.
So if you'd like, I can make the tokens and stuff. You won't have to worry about that. Once I
Okay.
have a base picture sent to me.
I just
But
need to send you a
essentially when
picture
yeah.
over
If you
Discord.
wanted a placeholder, yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, for any manual editing, for anybody who's interested, you essentially, when you open the character sheet in the upper right hand corner, there's a button that says edit, and that is where you can change the name and title. You can change your picture and token and stuff. You can add to your bio and info, which I did copy paste in like some background questions if people want to fill those in, if it helps inspire background creation. Not mandatory, but nice to build into. Like Brunhilde has a whole list of enemies who like stiffed on bills and stuff, like dined and dashed. And I'm totally gonna bring in, maybe not everybody, here and there somewhere. I like to sprinkle in those things from people's past, make it more personal. So by all means, feel free to do that sort of thing.
Is that what you wanted to change it to kelp? Is that at the bottom?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, just double checking. And I just went ahead and put my name in parentheses for a while so that you can. It's hard to keep track of everybody at the very beginning. I can only imagine.
I'm wondering why it didn't change your picture though.
So, what picture are you trying to? Oh, it's my
Profile
yeah,
picture.
just your character's profile picture. Yeah, is what
So
it
let's
should
see here.
change that to, just by changing the as.
So what was I supposed to do on that?
Did you change the name of Kelp and Steve on the personalization and display option?
Yes. Yeah, display name.
Okay. So what you want to do is on the chat tab at the very bottom of that.
Yeah.
Next to the send button should be the as with a drop down menu.
Yeah, it's Kelp Steve.
Okay, change it just to the Kelp one.
Okay.
There it is. Cool. So now, yeah, you'll see on the left your little face there. But
I've got all of it.
Names.
No picture, just names down there. I see.
So on mine, I have the visual for the.
Gotcha.
Just small icons.
I see what you're saying. I understand now.
All right, and then we've got there's a picture of our Sonic Knight and our Bearded lady. I think everybody who I've been able to look at, well, I guess there's only a couple, but the characters I did see that were done and filled it in had green eyes. I don't know if that's a party theme or something, but
Green eyes is just where it's at.
I got a purple and a blue eye, bro.
Yo,
okay,
represent.
that's awesome.
I can make them both black if you want.
Just gonna go punch everyone's eyes.
I did have one request for the game master. Brunhilde would like a custom weapon that is her favorite iron pan, like a cast iron pan.
Oh, okay.
That's at all possible. That'd be great.
Yeah, so we would just probably stat it as a blunt weapon, like a D4 or 6.
Okay.
You do have, well, how big is it? Because on your character sheet, you had a great axe and a great club, and I wanted to ask what your primary was going to be. Would
Yeah,
you say that,
I
like,
just had to throw them in there. It's just gonna be a big pan.
okay. Because we could call that, like, a great club or something, just for the sake of
Yeah.
the technicals, and then flavor it as the pan, which is way awesome. And also, too, I saw you had the brewing and cooking supplies. So is that something like, do you think you'd be the party cook?
Well, Brunhilde is the best cook, so probably.
Okay.
No one else
There
is
you
allowed
go.
cooking.
So does Brunhilde subscribe to the you don't wash a cast iron skillet?
Yeah, you don't wash a cast iron skillet.
And it's the same one you use as a weapon.
Yes, it's for the flavor.
That's
Is
what I'm
where
getting
all-
at.
That's
so, yeah.
right. Damn right. It's where all the flavor is. I don't wash my grill either. It's good stuff.
We're gonna get like those pastries that we got in Strahd. There's just gonna be teeth in them or stuff. Be sitting down to have some, I don't know, whatever, fried eggs in the morning, and there's gonna be teeth in it.
Be like pooping corn, corn doesn't digest, so you'd be pooping teeth. Be all right.
I did change the hometown of Brunhilde because she's supposed to be from a small village, not a big city. I didn't realize the dots were different, so she moved a little bit south on the map.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a hometown.
Just throw a dart, and that's your hometown.
No, we're gonna talk it through. People can help me out. It's how I became a doctor last time.
That's how you became a doctor. That's right.
That's right. I had no plans of being a doctor. I don't know where we're starting out at.
There's a big sword kind of pointing at the.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So that big sword there is kind of an anticipated, planned start of the campaign / adventure there. I might slightly move it, but it's just a place, like, spoiler wise, everybody's going to be heading to the village of Vogler. So I kind of wanted it outside of, where people can kind of meet before they get there. And we'll
Mhm.
get into those details when we get to game time. But yeah, I might move that slightly depending on where people's hometowns are and everything, so it makes logistic sense to gather at the sword point.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it all out.
But yeah, the campaign itself is really super focused on, like, the Solamnia. I'm pretty sure there's a visit up north to the city of boss names and stuff. But we do have a Solamnic knight who's from Coastland by the Warden Swamp, so your paladin might be, depending on development, might be the most knowledgeable of the geography, political situation there.
And I'm actually going to try to take notes so we don't have to rely on you 100% of the time.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. I love a note taker.
No, I'm horrible at it. Like, this is like not going to be pretty or good. I'm just going to try to do it.
I think Levi's pretty good at taking notes.
Oh, sweet. Then I don't have to do it.
Not as good as my wife. My wife has every session transcribed. Who said what when they said it? Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh wow.
Why didn't we get your wife? Why did we get you?
Yeah, there's a slot. There's a
Damn
slot
it.
open, bro. There's a slot open. She
That's
can still
right.
join.
Bring her on in.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Get her
completely
ass
welcome
on
if you
here,
like.
bro.
No, she likes to play her D&D with the girls I DM for my wife and her friends. So
It's fun.
Okay.
Cute.
That's cool.
Very
That's
silly,
awesome.
lighthearted campaign going on right now.
Nah, that's cool. We won't kick you out this early.
Perfect.
So there you go. It's already good to go. Perfect. Awesome. I really like the character tokens as our like display image above our names.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of that, I need to change my color to like something red.
Oh, I guess I can't choose. I'm going to stick with
totally
orange.
How did
I just went with
Boom.
yeah, like the kind of the picture color that was
how'd you do that?
inherent in the image there.
If you click just the color below your or beside your name,
Yeah.
it will bring up a color sheet.
No, I meant the pictures.
Oh yeah, and that'll be the color of your dice when you roll them if you have 3D dice enabled.
Oh, you change your picture where the text box is. There's like an as. Click the little drop down next to as, and then you should be able to find your name there, and it'll be set.
No, like
And then mine.
my verbal picture down here.
Mine took a little bit to like load.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, because mine's still the Dread Knight.
Oh, did you type in your name? You might like I have two Jacques in the drop down, so you might have to pick the correct one.
I see.
Maybe like refresh your page or something.
Yeah, we'll let it sit for a little bit.
Notebook. iPad is ready. Damn it. This is going to be ugly. And then my worst part is spelling. I've never been a good speller, and it just drives me nuts that I try to take notes.
Brother.
Oh, and I have to look at my horrible spelling.
There we go.
Your character looks so beautiful, Levi.
Hey, she is the most beautiful.
Yeah.
She is pretty.
Yep. Like, good thing she doesn't have like a mustache, because that would be really off-putting. But
Just a beard. Ladies
just a
have-
beard.
Come on.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a
and that
lady.
always, like, in my mind, I always thought female dwarf with a beard. I just automatically attached the mustache and
I
all
did
of
too.
it into
Yeah,
my head
same.
canon. And you've
Same.
totally changed my view of it. Like, wait a minute, the mustache is mandatory.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even grow.
That's right.
And that's not as off-putting. Like, she could just be wearing a fuzzy scarf that's
Yeah.
lighting up.
Yeah.
That's attached. A fuzzy scarf that's attached.
Just furry. That's funny.
Ray, Josh, how's it going? You got all your stuff figured out?
Yeah, my
Yep.
stuff's done. I just
Did you put your picture of Arno in the Discord chat?
oh, in the Discord chat. I got you.
Oh, I have Arno.
Oh, he's
in
got
my
it.
PDF
Okay.
Yes, sir.
right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Well, Josh, does Josh have a character image?
But you finally get the
I have it commissioned, but not yet.
Okay.
Okay. And that was the same artist who had done Arno, right?
Yep.
Nice.
That's a hell of a backstory. I'm not going to even read all that. That's too much
Mine?
to read. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was so much better. It was so much better, and I had it typed out in Discord because I didn't know Discord did this to you, but I had it typed out, and I was at like negative like 2,200 some odd words, right? And I joined the Discord meeting with the DM and Connor, and I go back to focus on my backstory, and it deleted down to negative 500 words. So I lost like 1,700 words of my backstory. It really just took the wind out of my sails. I tried to recover some of it, but like I've reread it. And I'm like, shit, there's stuff that I'm realizing stuff that I left out.
Does
Hey,
it
well,
come
at
in
least you're
audio?
realizing it.
Fucking,
That's
yeah,
right.
and I'm just like, motherfucker.
Does it come in audiobook so I can listen to it instead of have to read it?
I got you, bro.
Yeah, sweet.
I can hook you up, bro.
Nice.
You're just gonna get this message randomly later tonight. Ray's just reading you a story.
I got you, bro.
Nice.
You're the dad of the group, so I'm dad number 2.
Just the old man. Trying to stay young. My birthday's in what the hell? 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Happy birthday,
yeah.
dude.
I know.
I can't wait. Wish I could be there to actually celebrate it with you. We'd have fun, bro.
Yeah, I
I might get you in
officially.
trouble with the wife. Who knows?
You would. You would. She wouldn't let me go out with
she
you.
would love me. She would hear my
Yeah.
laugh a handful of times, and she'd be like, "He's crazy, but he sounds so fun." Okay,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Let's introduce him to Stacy. She's single.
Oh, I don't know if I told you guys, but on a personal note, my daughter got accepted to grad school.
Aha,
Savage.
very nice.
Congrats.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited for her.
What is her major going to be?
She's going for chemical engineering. She's going to get her PhD in chemical engineering.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So she
She's a monster, bro.
yeah. Obviously,
Is she-
intelligence skips a generation or two.
Is she joining the like U.S. Navy to like join like a nuclear sub team to
No,
learn that
no.
chemical engineering?
No. She wants to go into more of the healthcare is what she really wants to go
Ah,
into.
okay.
Yeah. So she's going to possibly Purdue.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay.
So we're pretty excited for her. There's no way I could ever get it applied to a grad school. Would never going to happen. I was not a very good student.
Feel that, man.
Arno now has everything attached. So, Ray, if you want to test that out and see that in action, if you change your speaking as, you will now have a head that represents your character. And again, for anybody who wants to change the color of the ring on the token, just let me know and I'll go in and adjust accordingly.
Yeah, I think everything's good. I'm just let me know when you throw on that. I
Oh.
can't find the weapon. I guess I can make a custom weapon. Actually, I can just make a custom weapon. That's fine. I can just do
Yeah.
that. I didn't even think about that. I'll just do that. That's easy peasy.
And that's what I was going to do.
Oh,
Alrighty then.
maybe I'll put it somewhere else. I'm trying to figure out where to put my other 1 point that I don't put on charisma.
Hmm.
Man, you can't just roll a nat 1 on your first roll.
Why not?
Also, your image still hasn't changed for me, even though it's changed in the bottom left.
Whose image are you speaking of?
Levi's.
I have no idea because I have selected the right ones. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know either. Andy cast iron pan. Amazing.
Yeah, on mine I'm seeing Brunhilde's picture.
Okay, maybe it's just me.
I'm seeing it. Are you talking about the under right above the roll?
Yeah, right above the roll. Yeah.
I'm seeing a little knight. Not seeing.
Yeah, I also see a knight, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Okay. So what's the next step?
So, where were you in your character creation phase?
Me specifically?
Yes.
So
Done.
yeah, I have a backstory, like a small backstory, but I'd like to add more to it.
Okay. You can always I know that D&D Beyond has places for all the background stuff. Also, on your character sheet, if you hit the edit button, there's a tab for bio and info. Well, if you edit, you'll just scroll down and it goes
Yeah.
to the bio and info tab.
Yeah.
But I have like some background questions, just like a basic skeleton there. You're welcome to fill in any of those if it helps direct. If it doesn't help, you can do it in like story form, like Arno has.
Oh, are you
Whatever's
saying
convenient.
like in my actual character sheet you have
Yes, indeed.
pre-made questions?
Yes.
In
Everybody on their character sheet. So when you first click it, you'll have all of the stats and everything. And then at the top,
bio
there's a
and info.
bio and info
I
tab.
see. Okay.
So everybody should have one of those where it just has.
Yeah. And then if I click this edit button, no, that doesn't. Or yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're welcome to fill that in as much or as little as you like. Let's see. We've got level 1 rogue, half elf.
Who's that?
Deals. Awesome. Looks like all filled in. Groovy. I like that your rogue has the highest stats in charisma and intelligence. Then wisdom and dexterity tied there. I dig that approach.
so my character is from Solamnia, so does that mean they're like Solamnic?
Yes, that is how people would refer to it. Not to be
Okay.
confused with the Slamnik Knights.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you edit this?
Or even Solamnian. I'm not sure which.
Solamnian? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which people would use.
I'll just leave it as Solamnic. It's okay.
How do you edit the bio info?
So you just click. I went to bio and info, and then
Uh-huh.
in kind of the top left of your character sheet, there's like an edit button.
Top
Click
left.
that. It'll bring you to like your name and avatar page, but if you scroll down, it'll bring you to your backgrounds and stuff.
Didn't scroll down far enough.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And does Abbott have? Do you have a picture selected for them yet?
Yeah, I have had one commission, but not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, placeholder.
Cool.
Just had this weird fractal acid trip right now.
All right. Well, it looks like, I think, does anybody have anything about their character that needs to be clarified or tweaks that need to be made or approved or anything like that?
I think I'm good on my
That's
end.
pretty solid there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Okay, wow, there's a lot of stuff here.
Just test that on my weapon.
For the sake of just kind of setting up the first adventure and starting locations and how that's going to roll out. And also, too, for background info. Just curious if there's anybody who has not selected a hometown. I would
I have
like to
not.
establish that sooner than later.
So
And
if
yes,
me
go
and
ahead.
if me and Josh are coming in from Faerun, I would say we would just be wherever you need us to be, like whatever the main starting town is going to be for the entire group, as us being like
Yeah.
recruited for the cost.
Yeah, and we'll want to figure out exactly how you are recruited. I would assume, like, I can definitely fill something in where magic dialogue, some dude shows up and says, "Hey, we're looking for brave warriors. Join us." And of course, fill that in better. But for the sake of this paraphrasing for now, a wizard with a portal is a easy way to just draw you in. And then on my side, I can figure out all the secrets of who are they and how did they find you and were you chosen. But from your character's perspective, do you feel like your character would need more motivation than a weird wizard or figure showing up to recruit you? And two, that would happen, I presume, before the celebration where you're gifted the sword, unless somehow Resin and everybody just knew you were going to be leaving, or if it's like a birthday celebration that's
No, I
kind
think
of
that would be
coincidental.
something that was known.
Okay. Because in the backstory, you have the one that I read said that they did the celebration because you were leaving, gave you the ancestral sword, etc., etc.
Correct.
And
Man,
then
I
you would
had
make Abbott your best friend and Abbott's sister your love interest.
yeah, yes. And I had
And then
like
you
so
kind
many sword masters, and I had like 5 sword masters and all this stuff that like my character wanted to go around and challenge. Oh man, I got to write all this stuff down. I'm so sad, man.
it'll all come back. So those two characters then, Abbott and Arno,
Connor,
will. I'm sorry.
I wanted to ask Connor a question.
Oh, I thought you were correcting my
No,
pronunciation.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, it's actually
So-
Carno is his character's name.
Oh my god, really? Your character's name's Carno?
No.
Oh, lol.
Well, it's like Connor and Arno.
Oh, okay, I
Carno.
got you. I got you. You're running Paladin?
Yes, sir.
Oh, savage.
Jacques de la Rose. That's my guy.
Okay.
Let's see. I actually didn't see what Arno's class was. Okay, fighter. I was assuming it had to be fighter or barbarian, something that can wield the sword, of course. Very good. Alright, so we will then. So for just a head count, how many people don't have a home location? I think just one, right?
Help does not.
Well, yeah, it's the two of us technically, but
If we were say we
right.
if we could say that we were from here, if we've been here for a while, or
If we're
trying to
starting
think.
out at the sword area, is that where we're starting out? That's like below the northern wastes.
Yeah, that's essentially where everyone's kind of tentatively going to officially gather as the party. And
Then make
like
my
I said, there'll be some.
hometown Calaman. It's right by the. It's like looks like a port, so that makes sense for a sea elf.
So a lot of the campaign centers around Calaman.
Yeah. Switch it
So
to.
be prepared. No, I'm totally cool with that. but I just want you to be prepared for tragedy for your character because shit's
Oh,
gonna get very hairy for that poor town.
that's fine. I
Just
don't
a
mind
heads up.
tragedy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's make it sad.
Won't be
Love
sad,
it.
but
No, it's all good. Yeah, I don't mind.
all right. So Calaman hometown for which character? Sorry, please.
Nope.
It kind of sounded like help.
I do need a little bit of help too.
Yeah.
What
That's
side of the
not
map are you on?
me.
Yeah.
Northern part, like Eastwild, right next to it.
And the big
So it's-
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hinterland. Bogler. You on the right man?
Vogler is essentially where everybody's heading to.
Okay, I see.
And I
I
might make some slight adjustments to that very specific starting location, but not in a way that it affects anything other than convenience of logistics.
Melgoth.
So I'm just answering like the second question here. It says place within race/nations. What do you mean by that?
So that would be kind of your status, reputation, maybe political or religious affiliations, just kind of your standing socially, and yeah.
Okay. So I was reading a little bit. I'm just curious. At this point in the timeline, have like the gods made themselves known to people? And has like, I don't know, magic returned to the world? That's like kind of a question I have before I answer this question.
Yeah, it is starting in to that because one of the gods is the dragon queen
Yeah.
Takesis, who is coming in to stir things up. Um, and the background of that, it might be easier if I shared the video link I was just watching, but for the sake of bringing things down, she had used there was a temple that had the means for her to break through and return, and the gods had, of course, dropped the mountain on Ishtar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that's all kind of coming back now. I think that the character Goldmoon from the Dragonlance series, she had discovered magic again, like a more wild form. And I'm fuzzy on that because I haven't read those books in such a long time. But she was one of the main characters in that, like
Okay.
Dragons of Autumn, Twilight, etc., etc. That little mini series, the Heroes of the Lands, the main group that most would affiliate or associate Dragonlance with. That's where
Okay.
I got my start anyway. But yeah, kind of sorry to ramble off there. So essentially,
That's
yeah,
okay.
it's just now kind of starting to come back into that.
Okay. Okay. Um.
And there is like a wizard's council and stuff. People do use magic. It is back enough to where you can say, "Hey, I'm a wizard and I'm part of this college," or insert background here. Let me have a look. There is some information of like the little prelude adventure things. Talks about the magic, and I wasn't going to use that one because I wanted the whole party together, but it did reference Mage's Test, and I want to find out. Oh, please freeze up on me. That would be great. Thank you.
Love it.
Wait. Roll20 sometimes does get page unresponsive. All right. One of the little perks of Roll20, some of the little bugs in there. Maybe I'll just refresh the page and go back to that. One of the benefits of using Discord is not having our audio interrupted when something like that happens, when the page freezes and I have to reload it. Otherwise, I can lose track. I've played games in Roll20 where people have to restart and then they miss information. Things get whack.
So one of these other questions is, what about you is common to your race and nation? And this is going to be canon lore now. Everyone who lives in Solamnia loves salted fries with chocolate ice cream.
Interesting.
It's actually really good. You go to Wendy's, you get a
Dip it in
frosty, and you eat the fries with the frosty. It's so good.
I have not yet. I don't think. I feel like I maybe did try it, but it must not have left an impact on me because I've always said I haven't tried that. But then I feel like I was challenged at some point, and that memory's gone. Alas. All right, so I wanted to look up, try to find mage stuff. It just freezes when I want to scroll down on this one. Actually, I bet there's another place I can look at that. Yep. So that's more for religious figures. So there's an introduction to that where a character starts getting visions and stuff. So if you do have a religious-based character who's devout to one of the gods, you're welcome to include getting a vision in your backstory.
Okay, perfect.
Clean that up as much as you like. For the sake of magic, that's the one I want to actually run. Where is the other? There is a trial of the barb. So, Mages of High Sorcery, that is the name I was looking for. If you want to look into a prominent group of magic users, and then one of the prelude adventures is running a test to gain membership into that. If that has any relevance to your character that you'd like to implement, you are welcome to do so. More information. Magic users on Kryn, members of an ancient organization known as Mages of High Sorcery, predominantly composed of wizards, with a lesser number of sorcerers, warlocks, and other spellcasters. 3 orders. So there's the order of the white, red, and I think blue robes. Oh, no, white, red, and black. And then each one is dedicated to a separate god. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, keep on talking. I'm sorry.
Oh, if any of this is relevant, let me know if it isn't. Let's see. The white robes are dedicated to the god Solinari, and accept the solemn responsibility of using magic only to make the world a better place. Order of the Red Robes are inspired by the neutral god Lunatari. They help others when it suits them and use their gifts for their own enrichment as they desire. Order of the Black Robes, often reviled and feared in equal measure. The Black Robes follow the example of the evil god Nuatari, the Black Moon of Kryn. Mage of the Black Robes is expected to first further their own ambitions, then pursue the goals of their order, and then support the continued well-being of the conclave. So I think it's good, neutral, evil, white, red, black, respectively.
Yeah, I took the white for the. I'll be white robe.
Okay, cool.
Is that Solinari?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, the path they walk is a narrow one, and almost daily, a mage of the white robes faces the agonizing decision of whether to intervene in the affairs of others for the greater good.
I'll try to be good. It's gonna be difficult.
Me and you, we'll try to be good.
Good little boys. Are we gonna have a? Are you my accountability partner in life now?
Sure.
Sure.
I am going to want to review the pronunciation guide. Just for my own personal, sorry, talking out loud, just looking through some of the notes on here. I would share it, but it spoils characters who appear in later chapters. Can't do And my Roll20, I don't know if you guys have opened up any of the documents and tried to read them, but I keep on having, when I scroll down, there's a huge lag that wants to freeze it and eventually cleans up. That's super annoying.
In where?
In Roll20,
Oh.
when
Like
I
the
look at like
handouts?
some of the handouts and stuff, yeah, it just
Oh.
decides to freeze when I try to scroll down. And it wasn't even that much information to load. It was like 3 more rows of table. I digress. First world problems. Yeah, the only handout that I like copy pasted over and made publicly available was the History of Kryn one. The Shadow of the Dragon handout has links that could potentially have more spoilers. I don't think so. I think all of the links in that table of contents is all background information. You can get War of the Lance, Calaman region, some of the stuff on the character creation background and stuff. But
Are you
going to
be
have all the
porting
content.
information from the D&D Beyond backgrounds into the 20 backgrounds, or would you like us to try and port all of that background stuff that's written over there? Because it's not like quite
Oh,
the same.
I will totally. If you prefer to use the background stuff from Beyond, I will just transcribe over as necessary.
Perfect.
I know the backgrounds give you perks, so please definitely build your character the way you want it, especially if you're using Beyond and have those extra options, and I'll fill in the blanks on the Roll20 side before game session.
Okay.
He has a bunch of questions in the character sheets.
I saw that, but most of that I covered on my
Okay.
D&D. So I filled in like quick stuff, but I didn't like write a story.
Yeah.
I did see chapter 1 of Arno story. So
And you're welcome to turn those questions into a story form too. It's not a format that I'm married to. Just kind of set it up there as
no, I just
helper.
did a quick entry and then copy pasted whatever like I could from the Beyond side over, but there's like it's kind of half and half right now on
Okay.
your side.
Okay. Well, so to come back to same page area, is everybody pretty comfortable with character builds, backgrounds, hometowns? Kind of our starting point. Is everybody at a good place there? Anybody have anything they need to fill in that I can help with?
I'm good.
I'm just kind of answering all these questions here in the character thing. And I guess if I have any questions, I'll ask.
Oh,
Yeah.
certainly.
I'll fill in as I go along.
Okay. I'm liking how everything is developed. I like the characters' nice party diversity. I like it is party prepared for combat. There's going to be plenty of that. Let's see. So, do you guys mind if I run through kind of the itinerary here and just hit on
No,
points
go
really
ahead.
quick?
Yeah, you do you.
Just to make sure we have our bases covered. So, let's see. Again, because we had done like the initial interview and stuff, a lot of this we've already covered. So, if there's something that needs further clarification, just jump in and let me know. And let's see, we already know the game system pretty well. We know each other. We know the campaign setting. I learned that there was like general party, kind of a typical preference for roughly a 60-40 split of combat / role playing, which may vary session to session, but it was emphasized you guys like to have the opportunity to roll dice and squish bad guys.
Yeah.
I'll definitely get that in there. Just to ask, and this is something more for like a modern group. They have like a lot of the like trigger warning cards and stuff like that. I usually don't use those. I don't go that far into let's stop our train of thought because feelings might get hurt. But if anybody does have a specific trigger or uncomfortable topic or anything, you're welcome to message me personally and I can avoid those things. Whether
Desensitized.
I,
Bring it on.
I I don't personally have a filter, so I would definitely want to know. I don't want to step on toes. Seems like you guys are pretty cool, laid back, straightforward, fine with language and stuff. I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the impression that anybody is overly sensitive about any topic. But if there is anything like that, I do want to respect that. So please let me know so I don't step on those toes. For my style of storytelling and running the game and everything, generally, I like to play up the violence and the gore, so I might describe how much viscera is coming out of the sword wound. If that bothers anybody, let me know, or we can play it up and have fun with it. When it comes to romantic things, I will never get into those details. If you want to seduce a bar wench, I'm going to say you go upstairs and fade to black. I'm just going to leave it there. Not going to make constitution rolls or anything. Unless you really want to, say a bragging rights later, we can play that up as humor and stuff. But generally, I just fade to black on that because I'm not a good storyteller when it comes to the carnal things.
You fade the black.
That's fun.
We do know. Definitely let me know if you guys want more information to be shared about the setting. I think I shared a playlist link. If I did not, I will double check that to make sure I did.
Lot.
Sorry, you're a little bit quiet there. What was that?
Oh, I said 900 minutes was lots of information.
Oh my goodness!
The
Yeah. If
the
you ended up
YouTube
watching
the YouTube links
entire
that you sent.
playlist, yeah, a ton of stuff in there, kind of scattered about. But some of those videos I like, some of them not so much. But the ones that are bigger picture are pretty fair. I have a problem with starting to watch the video, having it running in the background. Then I get distracted by something on another screen, and then I have to rewind the video like 20 times because I keep
I've been there.
losing pace in the same spot. Squirrel. I do appreciate, just a side note, I do like having the backgrounds with details because I will try to bring in those characters or events and have them be more involved in the living, breathing world. So anybody who, like for example, Brunhilde having all of those people who stiffed bills and stuff, that's a fantastic detail. That I love having free ammunition. Is kind of what I'm getting at there. Um, if you guys wanted to conceive of a party group name, that would be awesome, but it's up to you guys.
We usually kind of
Let that happen organically.
yeah.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
we'll get together and then we'll do some stuff and then we'll be like, you know what? I think we're this,
Yeah.
and then we go with it.
Usually happens through play.
Yeah, there is. Let's see. As far as house rules and stuff like that, I know that there's been a little bit of talk about that. Just to reiterate, I don't really track encumbrance and possessions that heavily. As long as it makes sense and it's not excessive, I'm going to round that up in the way that, like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. You're going to need a cart, or yes, you guys can split it up and carry it amongst yourselves. I don't like getting into the minutia of measuring pounds and ounces because there are more important things to do. If anybody disagrees with that, we can get more into the simulation style. But starting out, I generally don't focus on that level of detail in that regard. Um, I do believe natural ones and natural 20s should mean something. They should both be exciting. And I know that for the system, rules as written, a natural 20 does not mean automatic success. I kind of disagree with that. I like to have it be an automatic success or failure with storyline contingencies. It doesn't mean you can talk a king out of his kingdom. It just means that he's not going to kill you for asking for it, if that makes sense. Just as
Yeah,
a
that
very
makes sense.
commonly used example. So if you guys are cool with that, I like dice rolls to be exciting and mean something in that regard. Generally, things are set up with the system kind of, and module specifically, for milestone leveling. Um, in lieu of doing like bonus experience, I would try to do things like the special magic items, like we talked about, or the boons from a god, stuff like that. Kind of a bigger deal there with the milestone leveling happening at important storyline points. Is there anyone who disagrees with that, who wants to track the experience and go through that way?
I think
Milestone.
milestone's good.
Yeah. It's the easiest.
Awesome. It really is on both sides.
Yeah.
Um, is everyone fairly familiar with using Roll20, or let me ask that in a better way? Is everyone comfortable finding information on their character sheet and being able to roll dice for skill checks, resistances, that sort of thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I noticed the people who have already been very helpful in locating things, so appreciate that. We don't have to talk about, there's no attached play by post or anything. I think we really have covered a lot of stuff. How is everyone with lethality? Is anyone going to be upset
No.
if their character dies?
No.
It is part of the game.
Worst case scenario is we just try to revive them.
Right, and I'm cool with that. I'm even cool with like you playing your character's spirit haunting the party before you get revived, so that you're still kind of there, but you can't really interact, that sort of thing.
That's kind of how we did it, yeah.
Yeah.
But like in the 3 campaigns that we played together, we've had like 6 character deaths total, or 7 or something like that.
You would up.
Josh.
So
Josh is yet to die. It's amazing. It's just it's the most amazing thing we've ever seen.
Yeah, he's special.
so we're pretty used to at least a couple characters dying in a campaign.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like to kill characters off. If they do die, I would like for it to mean something. I don't want some random goblin to just hit you with a rock from the woods and then you die, because that's super lame. I like more epic things, cinematic style.
Perfect.
Which does bring me to, I do like things getting epic. I like fun ideas, trying crazy things, almost pushing the line of physics and stuff. So if you guys want to get a little more crazy anime with it, or Crouching Tiger style, totally embrace that. If you guys want it more gritty and down to earth and grounded, also cool with that. So kind of a party determination on that, as far as how much the physics of things are pushed or not.
To me, this is fantasy. If it doesn't have to make perfect sense in my head for it to happen, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah,
that's my
magic exists.
right. There's a lot of things in D&D that doesn't make sense, but it's good for the game. So yeah.
Oh, very cool. It sounds like really everybody's kind of on the same page about focus on fun and having a good time, and the system. I mean, I like to stick to the rules. They do help provide structure, but I don't want anybody to get upset if I'm like, no, that's going to be a little bit fudged or a little more relaxed, as long as it pushes story along or makes the scene more exciting, that sort of thing. Well, yeah, I think as far as what I will need, we're waiting on an art commission, which I know that'll be time sensitive to the artists themselves for Josh's character.
She's a filler for right now.
Yeah, I can find a half elf rogue picture or two that can place hold. Or if Josh, if you want to find one, you're welcome to send that into the Discord or what have you.
I mean,
But I totally don't mind finding one.
yeah, that works for me. I'm all about that decision paralysis. So.
Okay. I will make that easy then. Go ahead and take that off your shoulders. I will find a cool placeholder for the time being. Is there then? I feel like pretty well covered the bases. Most of the prep is on me to kind of get familiar. I'm already pretty well close to ready to get our first session underway. I personally want to have more lore in my head, so I'm going to watch more videos, get that repetition so it kind of sticks in there, so I answer questions on the fly better. Is there anything that anybody wants to cover in general? Anything at all, whether it's character or setting or game?
Do we know each other? Or are we supposed to know each other?
That is where. Oh, yes. Okay, so that can be kind of. If you would like, we should save that. Let's talk about that as kind of our last thing that we cover before we close the session zero. That has to do with the character of Ispin Greenshield, who in the module is supposed to be somebody that the characters all know. There will be an exception for the people who are from Faerun. Both of them probably won't have encountered Ispin, but they encourage, as long as we have at least one person, which I believe Jacques in your background had a mention of Ispin, unless it was Brunhilde. I was kind of looking at both of those on Beyond at the same time, so sorry.
I have included him in my backstory, but it wasn't on my D&D Beyond page. I hadn't added it yet.
Yeah, he's on mine as an enemy and an ally.
As an enemy, not an ally?
As both.
Ah. Okay.
The love-hate relationship.
Yeah. And that was the inspiration for adventure and stuff, I think I had read.
Yeah.
But also saved from an attack. Yeah. So it's best for people to know Ispin in some form or fashion. I did post up in the Discord the table that's the How Do You Know Ispin table. Everyone's welcome to use that or kind of come up with their own thing. But essentially, knowing that character, to come full circle to your question, is going to be what draws everyone together toward the location of Vogler, that village that's close to the sword point. And I want to avoid further spoilers than that. But that'll kind of be the way. And then for me, what I'm going to do is kind of take backgrounds, starting villages or hometowns, and kind of come up with, in our first session, we'll have people coming together. There'll be the first kind of adventure thing, and we'll make our way to Vogler.
All right, I'll get a backstory written up for you tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
I got some brew in my head.
I have a decent amount of backstory stuff, but it's all written out in basically for the art commission. I gave them the whole history. Do you want me to sort that out or just send you the whole blurb?
I would love to read the whole blurb if you don't mind sending it.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, the more I can pull in and integrate characters into the world is fantastic. Yeah, so kind of coming from that, I'll be able to break down the coming together, which will probably be kind of going down the list of characters who might already be together, like the characters from Faerun obviously will be together at the beginning, wherever they fall into it, etc. Pretty quickly and conveniently in our first session, right at the beginning, we'll get everybody together in a way that makes sense. Now, if people want to have, because of the existence of Ispin and that being the draw to start the adventure, if there are characters who would like to have previously encountered each other, that's totally cool. Brunhilde tracks people who mess up rooms, who don't pay for food, etc. You're welcome to be one of those people. If there's like a contention there, that can be fun. Just as one example.
Who wants to get hit with the pan?
Yeah. Hopefully, I answered your question
Yep,
to a satisfactory point there.
for sure.
Alrighty. Is there? I don't know about you guys. I think we've pretty well covered everything, and I am definitely well situated to do final planning for the first session. Um, is there more? Anything that anyone would like to cover before we call it for the evening?
Um,
Do you have any rules in combat, like some people throw in flanking rules or stuff like that, or cover or things like that? Do you have any
Yeah, I
specific rules?
not too specific. Again, I will default typically to the rules as written. I like to give circumstantial bonuses that really happen on the fly. So if somebody says, "Hey, I want to move up to do the flanking, to come up on the side of the person who's engaging them," at that point in that situation, I would probably say, "Hey, you're either going to take or give advantage to the person because you're creating that situation."
Okay.
So yeah, I like to kind of work those on the fly. And then when it comes to any ruling versus rules as written, I would just make a determination on the spot and say, this is how it'll play now. And we won't have to retcon later, but we will double check the rules during downtime and make sure that moving forward, we do it in the right way as best we can. Unless we get to a point where everyone says, you know what, that rule is stupid. We like the in game determination. Let's do that moving forward. Again, I'm very flexible with that. And majority rules is often going to be uh, like a tiebreaker, if you will.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
There were a couple ums. Have we covered the ums?
I basically just added the feats myself.
On the Roll20 character sheet?
Hmm.
Okay.
I kind of found an easy way to do it that won't make it like ridiculous.
Okay, cool. And for your feat specifically, is it more character based or is it something that specifically
Character
affects a
based.
dice roll? Okay.
No, character based.
All right. Very good. Really, when it comes to the character sheet, I do want to make sure that if a dice is rolled and you should have a bonus applied to it, I just want to make sure those all happen consistently and smoothly. So that's the biggest thing. Other than that, as long as if it's informational, having that attached to the sheet in some form or fashion is good. But it can be even in the background. Hey, by the way, I have the tough feat. Give me my extra hit points or whatever.
So
I'm on number 10 of 12, and I'll just kind of spew out my character to, I don't know, try and flesh out some more ideas with all of you. So I need like, I don't know, 5 more minutes or something.
got you.
Yeah, yeah. I am in no kind of rush personally.
You want us to keep our backstories to ourselves and let us hear them as we go along, or the class and everything and what we're playing? How do you want to, or do you?
I generally like to trust players to not use out of game knowledge in character. And I know that there are meta slips, that kind of thing
Yeah,
happens, so
yeah.
it doesn't freak me out. I personally prefer open transparency, and that's just because, again, of that trust. I can assume that you as the player would be like, "Oh, I haven't heard that in game," or even another person saying, "Hey, wait a minute, that hasn't been publicly divulged." Not a big deal to kind of stumble through those things, slips of the tongue and whatnot. If anybody doesn't want to have their stuff publicly noted, I would say it should be something with your character. If you're a secret assassin type, maybe don't tell everyone that you're secret assassin, especially if one of the party members is a target. But in outside of those kind of story slash background, very specific things, I'm personally a fan of full transparency out of game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sounds
And
good.
then in game, your character is your character. You divulge as much or as little as you want, whenever is convenient for you.
With that being said, what the hell is everybody playing?
I can, let me see, from my notes here, I can kind of quickly run through that list to an extent. I haven't updated my notes there for.
How do you spell the guy's name that we're supposed to know?
Oh,
It's probably
Ispin. That
probably
is,
in the chat here.
yeah, Ispin, and
Yes.
then Green Shield. One word is his last name, Green Shield,
Oh,
which he claims is magical, but no one's really seen it have magical properties. But he actually has a shield that is green, that is his namesake.
Okay.
So for that character breakdown, and please correct me if I am wrong, this is just from my notes as most recently updated. So we've got Connor playing Jacques de la Rose, a human paladin who's a squire of Solamnia. We have Steve playing Kelp, who is a sea elf sorcerer.
yep.
And Josh playing Abbott, the rogue half elf.
Correct.
Levi playing Brunhilde Magma Gut, named after fuzzy belly hair, a dwarf barbarian, and the best cook by their claim. And then Ray playing Arno the Beast, a half orc fighter.
Connor, you're our healer, by the way. If you didn't know that, you are
That's
now.
that's literally what my character is. That's his backstory. So that's good.
Good, because
Yeah,
you're the only way we're staying
specifically,
alive.
yeah, follows actually the faith is for Mishakal, aka the Lightbringer. That's what Lucifer is called. Goddess of healing and restoration, both in body and in the spirits of mortals. Also, the patron of motherhood, if you're into that sort of thing.
All right, well, this is gonna be a fun group.
Yeah.
We should be able
Now,
to do a little bit of damage with this group.
a little. It is super cool if people have a specific god that they worship. You're not obligated to. I can present a list of gods, but also in the player camp folder with the handouts, there is the Dragonlance. The title is Dragonlance Shadow of the blah 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 contents. That has a list, and there are gods of good, neutrality, and evil. Certainly welcome to go through there. Why does that not? Oh, it froze because I scrolled down. Never mind. I was wondering why it wouldn't let me click the links.
If I am a
My
white
bad.
robe, do I follow a certain god, or is that just a certain society that I'm in?
Yes, that was the. It was an S word, not exactly
Solinari.
Solamnia, but Solinari. Yes, thank you.
So that's Solinari is a god.
Yes.
Okay.
specifically.
That's it. Good
Rise
magic.
of
White
Rose.
circle spear. Okay, yeah, I got it now. All right, cool. All right.
And then part of my research is going to be getting into, because there's the old gods and then there's the new gods who I think are supposed to be false gods. Don't hold me to that, but that was the impression I got from the lore I was diving into.
And we don't expect you to know 100% of all this, you know. So, you know.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot.
appreciate patience with that.
Mhm.
I'm
God,
going to try
yeah.
to get as much as I can.
Hell, you make it up as you go. I don't care, you know. Just as long as it's a good story, we have a good time. So I wouldn't get, you know. Of course, the more you know, the better it's going to be. But I don't want you to kill yourself trying to learn all that.
Oh my god, who is the leader of the village of Strath in Kern? Gonna lose sleep.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
picked out a random thing I saw on the map there. Just
Right,
they're all
yeah.
just words and names. There's so
Yep.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
But to all of our benefit, I have a handy assistant named Google.
Yeah.
To provide anything on the fly if I should need it. Or even, hey, I think this is a good time for us to take a bathroom break while I don't answer your question until we get back.
Okay, so I've finished all of the 12 questions here.
Jeez.
I'm just wondering, are we going to go through like our character and give like everyone a rundown of what they're kind of like in a sense? Or are we going to do that next session when we actually see each other?
So that I would say is going to be up to you guys as the group if you want to kind of do a quick character review out of game. In game, I'll be giving you a chance to introduce your character in character. This is what they look like. This is how their demeanor when they walk up on the camp or whatever, that sort of thing. Out of
Okay.
game, if you wanted to go through that review, this would be definitely the best time for that. Just so that the first our session can be focused on the gameplay and in character introductions, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Does everyone want to like share their background story now, or do we want to do that next session?
Good. Whenever. Yeah. You go ahead, Connor. Fire away. How about that?
Okay, I can do that. So my character's name is Jacques de la Rose. He's a squire in the Knights of Salamnia. He aims to join the Knights of the Rose. They seem to be the most prestigious and aligned with his views of kind of helping people and being, I don't know, noble and upright, it seems. He, at a young age, stumbled across, there's this lake in the, I don't even know what mountain range this is. Probably the Vingrad Mountains. Yeah. There's this lake called, I think it's called the Lake of Light. Yeah. And if you were to like drink the water or take a bath inside this water, you would get healed of any physical disease or injury that you have. And that's where he met the god. I'm probably gonna brutalize her name. Mishakal, and she's the goddess of healing and mercy, from what I understand. And so, from a young kid being healed of whatever disease he had or whatnot, he decided to then devote his life to helping others with the powers that he had been given. And he lives on a farm that that grows various grains northeast of the Warden Swamp in the coastland, called Winterholm. And when he got a little older, his parents knew about his powers, and there was this wandering adventurer explorer by the name of Ispen that needed some aid. So Jacques healed Ispen, and Ispen gave him and his family some extra cash or whatnot to convert one of their barns into a small makeshift hospital / inn that they titled the Red Rose Inn. And people from all over can come to the inn and receive free, healing. And if they want to donate funds to, I don't know, make a better establishment or whatnot, they can do so. But it's free of charge. And so throughout kind of Jacques' teen to early 20s, he was just doing that. As well as joining the Knights of Solamnia and stuff like that. But he heard about the guy that kind of got his career all started had passed away, so he left his hospital into the care of his friend Jack. Can't remember, a Big Hand, I think his last name is. Who with Jacques' help, learned the ways of healing as well. And Jacques has gone on a traveling endeavor, going through the heart of Solamnia, healing people as he goes, and letting people know about his hospital that he has set up in the coastland. And yeah, he's heading up to Vulgar to go to his kind of patron's funeral. And, while he was out here on adventure, he thought he would try and earn some money to maybe build a larger hospital at the capital or another large town in maybe the center of Solamnia. And he's just all about helping the sick and needy in the world here, and that means protecting them with the training he's gotten as a squire, or healing them physically. He's ready to help those who need it. That's my character.
Wait.
Awesome. Thank you for the rundown. So there was a couple things I thought of while you were going through your background there. One, I did not see the long form of that background. Do you have that written down somewhere to share?
Yeah, in the questions that you had in bio and info,
Okay.
I've gone through and put an answer behind every question that you had in there.
Awesome. I just took the info that was put into the Beyond character, so that's all I have in my notes so far. But
Okay,
of
I
course,
can
I will review all of those and
just
stuff.
copy paste all of this into D&D Beyond.
Your call. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure I can reference it when convenient.
Yeah, that's okay.
One thing about the gods of the world. So every culture might reference a god with a slightly different name, not so much a slightly different focus or purpose, but they might zero in on one of their traits more than another region.
Yeah.
An example being, I think Brunhilde is worshiping the patron god of the Minotaurs, for example. It was about fire and volcanoes and stuff.
Well, just because she
Anyway,
needs revenge.
Sorry?
She needs revenge on all those shortchangers.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so the revenge part, see, and that's something too that is an aspect of that god, and I didn't even mention it, and that is why I wanted to bring that up. There'll be different names too, different also known as kind of things. So I just wanted to mention that, but they are all generally broken into good, neutral, or evil. And there was another thing that I don't recall, so good to move on. Since we had Jacques there, if you guys don't mind, if there is somebody ready to go, otherwise we can kind of go by the order that I see the faces down there, which would make Steve next for Kelp.
Sure. All right. This is I don't have anything written down, so this is kind of all in my head, and I'll put it on paper as we kind of it through. What I'm trying to do is figure out a reason for me being an aberrant mind sorcerer, where that came from. And then the other thing that I want to kind of develop is I'm going custom lineage, so I'm losing a lot of my sea elf traits. So I can't hold my breath anymore. I can't, do a sleep trance deal. So there's got to be a reason why those things are no longer existing with me. So my thought is to go way back multiple generations, and we come from a small coral sea elf village. They didn't want to be part of the larger cities, so they were kind of by themselves. And all of a sudden, one day, they just disappeared. The whole little village disappeared. And then a couple years later, they all came back. And what they had assumed is they all got trapped by Aboleth and got enslaved by them. Something happened. Either the Aboleth was killed or threatened and fled, and that trance broke and they were free, but they came back. So they started to rebuild their small little village from being enslaved by the Aboleth. They all had the ability to detect thoughts, and if you can imagine a whole village detecting thoughts, it would not go well. So a lot of just mass chaos started developing because of that. And the other strange thing is when they had kids from a person that was enslaved, uh, uh, that child developed kind of these powers other than detect thoughts, and they were multiplied. And as they got older, they became stronger and stronger. The negative, though, is a lot of them became insane. They couldn't handle the change, and they couldn't handle the psychic powers that they had, and most of them went insane. So they had to decide to disband their village and send them all off to different other sea elf villages or cities, just because they didn't want to mix the. It was basically a recessive gene trait within them. So over many generations, they try to keep track of who came from that village, but it's kind of hard to keep track of all that. My parents obviously had the recessive trait. My mom kind of had the detect thoughts, but my dad did not. But he had the recessive trait as well. So at a young age, I started developing the same symptoms of what those kids developed. So also what happened with the kids from the two recessive traits is a lot of their sea elf abilities disappeared. Their skin color changed. It's more of a gray color instead of the blue green color of the other seals. So they did stand out. They can no longer breathe underwater. They had to sleep full 8 hours just like humans did. So they were easily pointed out and different from the other sea elves. With that, my parents moved to where did I move to? Calaman, and to just kind of obviously I can't be a sea elf. I can't breathe underneath water. There's no way that could work out. So my parents still wanted to be by the sea, so we lived in a port town. My dad owns a clam store, and my mom, with her detect thoughts, acts as a psychic. It's very kind of a shady deal, but it's an easy money. You can detect thoughts, and you can make a little money on the side with being a psychic. Nobody knows that she can detect thoughts except for what's his name? Islan?
It's Ben.
Ispen. Ispen found out some way. I think maybe he came in for a reading and called her out on it. So he was doing a lot of trading. He would find stuff from his adventures and he would want to sell it. So instead of calling her out, they agreed that she would go along with him and make sure he was getting the best deal possible. So it's kind of a way of working through that, and he paid a little bit of 10% of what they got because he was getting a better deal on all of his trades because she could detect thoughts.
Very nice.
So I've known him for a long time. I've grown up. He's told us the stories of his sea travels, and I always thought that was just an amazing, amazing man with his stories, and I always looked up to him for storytelling ability and all the adventures that he went on. So I wanted to. So now I got to find. I'm joining the White Robes, which is a very good based society and God. Our fear is that I'm going to go mad because of the 2 recessive traits. So this is my way of joining society to fight that within me if that does happen. So there is some fear involved that I might go mad, and this is my way of trying to worship a good God, so that maybe he has grace on me or sympathy on me to not let that happen. I think that's as far as I got in my head.
That is awesome. That was a lot of headcanon to divulge there on the fly. Very cool.
All right, that's me.
So I remember now the thing that I forgot to mention. Spoiler alert. So I was going to save this for the intro, but yes, everyone's friend Ispin has passed, and people are being invited to the funeral, and details and letters and stuff will be presented in game in our first session. But to implement into backgrounds, that is kind of what is drawing people together, is going to his funeral in Vogler.
Okay, cool. I would definitely want to attend that then. Or my family will as well. Can I take my family? Would that be, or would it just be
Are there any
me?
+1s?
You are certainly welcome to. What I would recommend, for the sake of storytelling and handling less NPCs and hairy situations that may occur, have them going ahead, and you're going to meet them there for whatever reason you would like to invent, but not be traveling together, is all.
Perfect. That'll
But they
work.
can absolutely be there upon arrival.
Perfect.
Again, hairy things may happen, so just like being from Calaman,
Yeah,
there is the potential for tragedy. Bear in mind while assembling.
everybody's got to go at some point.
Right.
So yeah, so if you have anything to help me out with that just throw it out there. So
What is an aboleth?
Oh,
We can
man.
look it up.
Scary
It's
stuff.
a creature that
They're the
the-
coolest.
yeah, you got to look up the backstory of them because they're kind of around since the beginning of time, and they store all the memories of their
Specifically, look up aboleth named Whimsy.
and they enslave people, and they have this big enslaved encampment, and they take all their memories and they live forever. So they're pretty cool creatures.
So
They
I'm
look
grabbing Aboleth from the compendium to show to players, because I don't care if you know the stats, because we're not fighting one right now. But if you just want to get like a quick blurb there, I think I just hit show to players. I don't know if you guys are seeing that or not.
That.
This is on the Roll20 thing. Oh, and it popped it in as a new character in my handouts. Well, that's cool. So yeah, there's an aboleth. What was the name of the one you said to look up? Was it Whimsy?
Yeah.
It's an aboleth with split personality disorder, so it's like got the personality of like a baby, and then like fucking the personality of like kill, murder.
It's been isolated for
And
a
are
very
these
long
things
time.
like sea creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that's that awful is from the ocean. 'Cause
They're
They've got,
amphibious, though.
yeah,
They're amphibious. They can breathe in and out.
tentacles and tails.
Yeah.
When they're underwater, they're surrounded by mucus, and so there's a cloud. And if you touch it, you'll be diseased if you don't make the save. But if you are diseased by the aboleth mucus, you can breathe only underwater.
If you have time, watch that D&D story. It's like 9 minutes long, but it's fucking hilarious. Totally worth
The
your
one for
watch.
Whimsy.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. I posted it in out of character, out of game.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for sharing that. I will definitely check that out.
Ah,
Dude, that Puffin Forest guy's pretty funny.
oh,
It's
shit.
a good little story. There's another dude I like listening to too. He tells like these pretty epic stories of I'm gonna find it because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, the aboleth idea came from actually the roll D&D Beyond. If you look at Aberrant Mind, they kind of give you 4 or 5 different ideas on how you got your aberrant your powers, and the aboleth is one of them.
Okay.
Seems to fit
I
well
really
with
dig
the
that.
seal.
That's a cool implementation.
You what?
That
What was that again? Sorry.
I think Connor was saying something.
Oh, I was
Oh.
just saying the second video I posted. That's the dude. He posts good videos, like good little stories about epic stories.
Ah, cool. I'll have to watch it.
And then
think
I
that
was
Levi's
saying,
mic is low. So go ahead, Connor. I was just mentioning, at least on my side, I think Levi's mic is a little bit lower, so sometimes the speaking in might be over talked upon.
Like it's quiet.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Compared to everyone else, it is a lower volume noticeable.
I'm turned up to 200%, so he's fine for me.
Yeah, I've just now turned him up, so I'm sure it'll be fun.
and all I was saying was, it seems like the sea elf and the aboleth thing works out cool because they're both from the ocean.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah. How many generations has it been since the enslavement?
yeah, that's a good question. I would say great grandpa. So not my grandpa, but the grandpa after that.
Okay.
Because it would have to have time to not keep track of it very well. And you know how you get with the family tree, it can start branching off pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, there are whole chapters in the Bible about begatting and more and more. Yeah,
Exactly. So yeah, I would say a couple generations. Yeah, we can even go farther back if we need to, if that makes more sense. Because I want to make it so that mom and dad, they didn't know about it until kelp came out.
Okay.
They weren't
And
rolling
I
dice.
like too. There's enough time where the original inhabitants of that village can have spread a little bit in the geography, and that makes sense.
Yeah, they would have time to disperse to other places.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But my parents would worship the sea god. Was that let's see here.
Habakkuk?
Habakkuk, yeah. So I've heard a lot of stories of that's who they worship. I'm just going Solinori because I'm afraid of going mad and crazy.
I will definitely look up more on that god. Well, all the gods that everybody's affiliated with, because it will potentially be relevant.
I think there is a god of the actual sea, but she's like evil.
Yeah, I was listening to a video on that one, and yeah,
But
can't
there
remember
is
which one.
Habakkuk is like the god of
It's a king of
but it's not directly the sea.
It's not, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of sea things related to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a blue phoenix is the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sea one is about turbulence and things like that. So it's pretty much evil.
Hmm.
Sea elves aren't evil. We're nice people, unless we
Try
go
to be.
crazy.
Yeah, if you don't go mad and then read somebody's mind and figure out how to best manipulate them to your favor.
We're just making a living. That's all we're doing.
Just making a living off mind manipulation.
You know, it's like reading body language. You don't consider that bad, now do you?
Well,
Not
that's
our.
a can of worms, isn't it? I love. There was, oh man, a couple magicians have actually gone about their way to expose psychics. I know, was it James Randi was big on that, and then Penn and Teller had their show Bullshit where they totally crap all over it, and it's good
Oh,
times.
yeah, I bet. Yeah. But still, that's an amazing skill set that they develop.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And to make a living at it, while it might be seen as douchey, I mean, I don't know, survival of the fittest, I guess, in the environment you're in.
Yeah.
All right. I really dig backgrounds we've got going here so far. So I think, let's see, the next one in my list of showing would be Brunhilde, our fuzzy
Brunhilde.
dwarf lady.
Yeah. Brunhilde is a innkeep's daughter in the town of Mageholm, and she has dedicated all 120 years of her life to becoming the best cook and brewer that Anselom, I think, is this continent
Mm-hmm.
has ever seen. And unfortunately, during a goblin attack on their village of Mageholm, the inn burnt to the ground. But she did fight with Ispin Greenshield to defend the town with her trusty frying pan, and vanquished 14 goblins with him. And the adventure and excitement of fighting alongside him has infected her with such terrible thoughts as to leave Mageholm and travel around as a cook with different groups. But she does keep a long list of people who have slighted her that she intends to get back and, balance the books out. She does record them in her cookbook of revenge and commits them to Sargons, who's the god of revenge. He's more of like, she doesn't really believe he's a god. It's just kind of like, when people, I don't know, swear by something that they don't actually really believe in. More so that than actually worshiping somebody, but that's the way it is. So her dad's an innkeep. I don't know if he's still alive, if he survived the fire. Not sure. And her mom is a dwarven battle rager. And she definitely gets all of her skills from her dad's side, the cooking and the brewing part. She's not really violent at all. But she does hit people with pans. And she was on her way to Vogler to burn Ispin's left shoe for infecting her with this adventurous spirit. But then I guess found out that he died. So now she's going to go to his funeral and be a little bit sad for her short-lived human friend. That's about it for Brunhilde. She's a simple dwarf with a beautiful beard
And fuzzy belly.
and a fuzzy
magma
belly.
gut comes from
Gut,
the family name.
Yeah.
What was the inn's name?
The Raging Lady.
Raging lady.
Once she's done at Ispin's funeral, she wants to make some cash and set up a chain of inns across Anselm so she can, showcase her chef skills for everyone.
I like that we have a couple people in the party who have innkeeping within their background. That's
Well,
just cool.
Jacques de la Rose is a joke innkeeper. He doesn't even charge money.
Oh, okay. I just had left my employment working for a hotel, so it's just kind of funny that overlap creeping in. Yeah, and I think I mentioned before that god Sargonus, god of wrath, vengeance, retribution, is the patron of minotaurs. I just thought that was a cool thing that a dwarf was worshiping a god favoring another race or another race.
My
favors
original
another.
character was going to be a minotaur, but I was like, well, minotaurs are from a past age, so we'll just have someone that worships, pardon me, the minotaur god.
Okay.
So. Mostly as a joking kind of a thing to write him in a book. He's not actually real for sure.
Oh, so that's not an official. It is an official god, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so Brunhilde doesn't
Yeah.
believe in gods. She just,
Oh, okay.
like people say like Jesus Christ or whatever, like as like
Yeah.
So that's what she's as a.
That'll be fun to play with then. I mean, yeah, nothing will happen from that. No worries. That's good times.
But she does have a book of revenge that she writes to him about all these people that owe her things or have slighted her.
I love that aspect. The cookbook of revenge is fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, that's it for Brunhilde. She's a simple dwarf.
All right, very cool. All right, so on my bottom list there, it looks like we've got Arno up next from Actual Ray.
I just go about my backstory.
Yeah, kind of introducing your character out of game, as it were. Yeah.
I got you. So, Arno's parents, his mother was a human, his father was a half orc. His mother was like a famous baker, and his father was just a mildly successful bounty hunter. But like he was settling down in his old age, and he ended up falling in love with Hazel, and during one of the nights that Zurich went out to go get stuff for Hazel after she was pregnant and whatnot. They still like kind of underwent like racism, half orc being with a human, being so happy, having a thriving, starting a successful pie business, and it's starting to thrive, and he ended up getting murdered, which left her to heartache and to complications of her pregnancy, giving birth to Arno, where she sacrificed herself to see him live. And Arno was gave up to an orphanage called the Helping Hands of Reverend Mother's Orphanage, where he grew up until about the age of 10 or 11, and he ended up going out and joining up with a local Waterdeep gang, just running errands, getting information on people to blackmail and so on and so forth, before he met up with Vig and his family, and Resin taking pity upon Arno, hearing his story, he decided to take him in as I'm sorry, no, I fucking fucked up. We're just gonna skip that. Sorry, I fucked up that. Needless to say,
So the
Resin
quick
Green.
interlude
Yes,
that I
sorry.
have was
Thank you.
between joining the gang, left at age 15, researched the family background, and then joined fight clubs, just being distraught at their death and everything. Killed a man at 16, which caused some mental crisis a little bit. Ended up going back to Alora at the orphanage, who then called in the
Resin
Green
to
Kush
come,
family,
to come take him. And that's where he like grew up with the Green Kush family, learning, just learning how they did things, taking pride and like the elvish ways of how they went about nature, and doing his best to learn elvish, and just learn everything that he could while living under them to show his appreciation. And that's where him and Resin kind of became friends, and he like shared his dreams and goals about being like a historic fighter that was remembered in history, just going out and challenging the best sword fighters he could to prove that he was better, and not essentially duels to the death or whatnot. And that's where I would say him and Vig started getting along better and becoming better friends, going out having fun, and then kind
For the
of
sake of Vig, is Vig now Abbott?
yes. Sorry,
Okay.
you're
No,
Abbott.
totally
Yeah.
fair.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I would have to change that. Yeah, my bad. So hanging out with Abbott, becoming friends with him, it's where they started going out and just kind of exploring Waterdeep, getting into trouble here and there, seeing what they could do and what they could achieve as like kids before, Arno grew into a young man. And that's where I would say him and Vig kind of heard stories about war going on in other planar dimensions as far as Ansalon goes, and where Resin finally graduated Arno from his training to becoming a Revenant Blade, and to seek out the greatness that he's searching for in Ansalon through the war that may be waged there. And Abbott decided to come with him just in case Arno dies. Abbott's got to bring the sword back to the family. Is there anything else you'd like me to say? Oh, as far as gods that Arno worships? Because there's a whole lot.
Determine that there are a ton, and your god would, if you have a god or gods that you would subscribe to, they would likely be from Faerun,
Correct. So like, and
from Waterdeep. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna think I'm gonna make that one of his things as during the Anton camp, is to look into like just other gods and learn about them as he goes about his journey. But Sune, Hanali Selena, I'm slaughtering her name. Hanali Selenal, Helm, Sylvanas, Timora are like the 5 that he pays tribute to.
Okay. And yeah, the note I have is the family sword is named Hanali, and pardon the butchering of that pronunciation. But
No,
Northern
that was
goddess
just Arno. That was just Arno giving the sword a name because from his understanding, it didn't have a name.
Okay.
So, and he was just naming it after the goddess of beauty, who he felt helped him out in his love life with Beanie.
Yeah, so I was going to ask that. Does Abbott know that where your background cut off on my side is that the last night before you left, Beanie had showed up and had been refusing your advances to that point?
I
Did
don't
you guys
know.
farewell fade to black?
I don't
But
know if he
would
would
Abbott
know.
know?
I think he would know that Arno's in love with her, but I don't think he thinks anything has come of it.
Okay. That you're aware of.
Correct.
All right. Well, that is kind of a perfect place to transition, since we haven't heard Abbott being our last member to give their background.
Righto. Abbott is a half elf, uh, elf mother, human father. Kind of a, I wouldn't say subrace, but a weird breed of people. They kind of keep their family way too close, if you know what I mean. Kind of a cult deal. So he grew up in a cult sort of thing, and it was a bad situation deal. He got out of it growing up with Arno and getting out on the streets and stuff. Met a girl, got said girl killed with some of his, reckless street type stuff. Kind of, even though that was his fault, kind of decided it was everyone else's fault and got into the whole contract making people fall down the stairs business. Kind of got into it to pretend he was, bringing justice sort of deal. Got older, got back with Arno and stuff, kind of got out of that whole game as much as you can. Family is poor. I mean, they have Abbott has a rather large family, but it's mostly this like Scientology plus Jim Jones type vibes, so they kind of keep away from that. They have multiple different names and stuff that they go by. Abbott's their current name, but they have a couple different aliases and stuff just to hide from, family, hide doing business, hide doing that sort of thing. Part of the family deal is they have weird like white hair and stuff. Like they have bits of white hair throughout their like on their temples and stuff, and one of their eyes is always a pale blue color. The eye color varies among the family like normal, but they always just have that one weird creepy eye. Also they're prone to hemophilia, so like Abbott's not too bad. He won't die if he bruises, but he'll leak so bad. He's I mean, mostly friends and whatnot. Arno, the people they ran with, but I mean, coming to an entirely new place, no one really. But that's I think they kind of it's kind of a good thing because the whole background and whatnot. It's like woohoo, fresh start. I can go by whatever name I want. No one's gonna hunt me down. He's very faithful to Kalimvor back home, so I assume would kind of try and sort out something upon getting here. Or maybe just do I don't know, bring the faith with him sort of thing. Probably more likely that, but yeah.
Couple questions. Let's see. So, would Abbott then not genetically be a green Kush? Would you have been like kind of adopted by Resin and Mira, or
Yeah, like
okay.
That family you're way too close with, so you call their parents mom and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then would Beanie then be his genetic sister, or would that be also kind of adopted in, and Beanie is Resin's actual daughter?
I think that would be probably like, yeah, adopted sister. Probably another one of the kind of take-ins that kind of came in at the same time. So kind of on my level, you know what I mean? That like that same class kind of vibe. Like we both came in as freshmen or whatever, and Arno's the like sophomore. Maybe it's the other way. But yeah.
By Arno's background, it would be that he would be the freshman, as it were.
Yeah. I was the one. I was like, I think
You
I
would have
said
had
that
to have been there
backwards,
for
but
a while.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And I know that at least Takisis, the dragon queen, she as a goddess is known as the dragon god in other realms. Not Tiamat, maybe Tiamat.
Yeah,
But she's
they're
the
the
same.
same thing.
Yeah, so I don't know how many, if any, other Dragonlance gods share that parallel as well after they left. That is
Bahamut
something I'll need
is
to
the
look
same.
into.
The platinum dragon. At least they have the same name.
Okay. Yeah, and the metallic dragons are definitely a core of the actual world creation, etc. So that is definitely something I will want to look into so that those parallels are covered. Because you may or may not find that the god you worshipped is the same one, just known as something else, which is not just common between realms, but on the world itself. Of course, different cultures have different names and ways of practice, and the gods appreciate all of it. They don't get into the he said, she said of that.
The draw to Kelimvor is you know, like people have the conscious reasons and the subconscious. The conscious reason is like, oh yeah, justice and Kelimvor is always fair and stuff like that. But I think they going the assassin route and stuff. They're like, you know, that almost perma-depressed mind state. They're like, the only fairness is when you die. So I think they'd probably be attracted to whatever non-evil death deities were here, or at least just those followers. I think they'd vibe with them. Oh, good lord! Am I just coming to a funeral to be a creepy goth?
Hey, I heard some dude's having a funeral. You want to go?
Maybe it's different in this part of the world. Who knows?
Funeral crashers.
Dude, they
Wedding
have
crashers,
weird-
it's funeral crashers. It's the start of a movie. I love it.
It's part of the movie. That's what Will Ferrell's character does. Instead of crashing weddings, he then started going to funerals,
That's right.
which is extra. Just I don't know. That's
I loved it.
That's
I
a different
loved it.
discussion. Yeah.
Will Ferrell was great. The meatloaf!
Ma, get the meatloaf!
Yeah.
He was excellent.
Everything.
Yeah,
oh,
everybody.
wow, that was timing.
Sorry.
We like three of us just all waited that same beat and started talking at the same time. That was pretty impressive. I keep looking on the west side of the map, expecting to see that freaking desert. What's it called? Anarok.
Uh-huh.
Anarok, and it's not there. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not anywhere on here.
Well, is there anything else?
No?
By anything else, are you referring to backgrounds or anything in general for the session?
Anything in general for the session? Backgrounds, comments, concerns?
Well, how much money am I supposed to have?
Probably just what your starting gold would
Yeah.
be.
I've
Yeah.
got 10 gold is what it says.
Yeah, I think I have 10 too.
Yeah.
Starting package is pretty well.
Like, maybe you
Understand.
started with more money, but from your trip from your hometown up to Volgar, maybe got pickpocketed by some
I'm just gonna
tender
say-
or whatever.
As a fighter, I get to start with like chainmail or whatever. I would have traded that shit for studded leather. 100%.
Well, you can choose to start with leather armor.
hmm
Stud. I want studded leather because it's sexy.
Because he's a goth. He's going to a funeral.
I'm a goth and I'm going to a.
Gotta get that black studded leather with the high boots.
I would keep the gimp mask maybe in your backpack though.
That's
That
true,
might be
that's
too
true.
much.
It might. Yeah. Gotta have a little bit of couth at a wedding. At a funeral. All right. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
This is gonna be
I'm super
fun.
excited. I love the group that you guys have brought together amongst yourselves. I love being a part of it, and I'm super excited for the world and the adventure. Like everything just has.
I need to read up on
awesome
some
vibes.
Ansalon lore. I know nothing about the Dragon Age or Dragonlance like world at all.
The YouTube videos that Josh posted there, kind of closer to the top of the Discord page there. There's like 90 something videos about Dragonlance.
Yeah, I'll
And
listen to quite a bit of them.
just scroll
And-
down, pick the ones that sound interesting, and watch those.
They're
I
not
would
that
start
long.
at the bottom of the playlist and then kind of work backwards because the bottom of the playlist has kind of chronologically big picture stuff and then it zooms in, if that makes sense, as you kind of go up. They should have that playlist in reverse order, but
Yeah.
some YouTubers are morons and don't make it convenient for their
right.
followers to jump in later. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's just my take.
I see,
Like,
I
why
see.
is-
I
why
think
would
it's
you post the
also
newest video up top?
right. It's a little silly. I think the cool part is learn the history of Dragonlance with D&D because I listened to quite a bit of it today of those videos and how important Dragonlance was in the development of the style of D&D that we have today. So it's kind of cool to listen to.
Yeah, that was pretty eye opening. Fun to kind of put yourself back in time when all they had was regular D&D, and then they launch AD&D, and Dragonlance being a major flag bearer of that.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. I remember seeing the artwork as a kid and thinking it was just amazing. All right, sounds good.
Awesome. Yeah, so I definitely have a nice little to-do list to get caught up with, and I might bug people here and there, little more specific things about background or something, just kind of get everything in sync. But generally, I think everything is at a really great jump-off point. Can really dive in without any delay or anything.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Darn. Bull or Calaman?
What about Calaman?
Is that where we're starting?
We won't be starting at Calaman. We'll be starting outside of Vogler a little ways. I'm gonna
Okay.
have you guys meet up before you arrive, and some shenanigans will ensue, and then you'll get to the village.
Perfect. We love shenanigans.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sword point, given everybody's starting locations, is gonna mostly work. I think that pretty well will be a good place. I shouldn't have to adjust that too much. But everybody should be, with the exception of the people from Faerun, should be familiar with Solamnia. And then the only one really further removed um, would be the dwarf from Mageholm, just being way further south and in the mountains there. So kind of up to Brunhilde's history, lore, or isolation, as it may be, as far as like in character world familiarity. Yeah, that's love how everything's kind of falling in place and with very little effort hitting the ground running.
So we like it.
Yep. We've had some experience doing this.
Oh yeah.
Well, and doing this as a group kind of helps
Yeah.
out. We're not
Yeah.
trying to figure out each other's personality and things like that. So that's really nice.
It's super nice, especially on my side.
Yeah.
Do we want to look for a sixth person, or do we just want to kind of leave it?
I can try and find somebody.
I don't care.
And that too, we might. So, and again, up to the democracy of the group, I can definitely put feelers out there. We may, if you guys want to consider leaving that open for effigy, or someone has a wife. I'm sorry, I don't remember whose wife, but someone has a wife that prefers to play otherwise, but maybe they could be talked into jumping in. If we wanted to keep that open for people closer to the party in that regard. But again, up to y'all. Just wanted to put that out there as a thought.
Yeah, she won't. She wakes up early for work since it's a Tuesday. She won't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Levi is an hour like ahead, so he's ending the session at like 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
She's usually in bed by 8, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So no wives, still the man cave. All right, that's totally cool.
That'll work.
Yeah, and maybe I mean, if we wanted to leave it open, maybe for a session or two for effigy to jump in, we could always find a good point in the story where it would be good to bring in another person, something transitional or whatever.
Yeah. I don't think
Up to you guys.
Effigy will be playing in Dragonlance, but once we finish Dragonlance, it kind of sounds like he'll be joining after that.
Gangster.
Okay. Interesting.
Plenty of places to go thereafter.
One thing I wanted to touch on was I paid for the Dragonlance book for the Roll20 stuff. So I figured if just everyone pays like an extra $5 or whatever to the your next payment or your monthly payment, just keep us from having to pay me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And then all then I should be on my next payment. If that makes sense.
So, I do apologize. It kind of didn't make sense to me.
So like
So I was yeah. Go ahead.
the monthly cost is $50 a month.
Right.
And so if everyone pays $55 a month, then that's kind of like them paying for a portion of my monthly cost for paying me back for
The book.
because I personally paid the entire amount for the book, which was like $29 Canadian, but it's like I don't know, probably $20 American.
I think it's actually the same price. I think it was $29.99 on my side.
Okay. Anyways,
30
so
plus tax. Yeah.
if I'm fine, if this makes sense to everyone, instead of everyone paying me $5, they just pay you an extra $5 when we go to do another PayPal transfer or whatever, and then I'll just pay like $15 or $20 less or whatever it would be, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. However you want to do that, I'm cool with. That certainly sounds like a good way. Like I say, I don't mind like doing a discount arrangement or whatever. So totally flexible there. Whatever works out to make sure that's evened up on your side for sure. No, I'm good with that if everybody else is. And I will take no objection as being good.
So for this round of payments, we're just going to do PayPal. Is that correct? And then we're going to go to Patreon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
think
That way
that
we can
makes
start
sense.
the month fresh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And
So whenever you go to pay your PayPal thing, you just throw in an extra $5.
that is cool. And where's the PayPal information?
It's a little further up in the Discord chat.
And the
Yeah,
campaign
in
chat?
general, I think.
Or let's see.
I didn't pin it before, but I will pin that now. I just put up my email and my phone number, different options.
Yeah,
there.
it's just above our 3 character pictures.
Yeah, and I actually haven't yet created the Patreon thing for this campaign, so I'll make sure to have that done before it's necessary. But we still got plenty of time for that. Next week's session will be
PayPal.
Dungeon Master Josh, you
Yes.
had told me during our interview that you were interested in doing like recorded sessions or whatever because you have
Yes.
some personal goal of, I don't know, maybe creating some sort of larger community where all of your sessions are public for people to watch or whatnot.
Yeah, I did want to. Yeah, essentially, and it would be starting out just recording. I wouldn't do live sessions yet, just for the taxation and preparation involved. So yeah, I'd just be recording for now, and then eventually stream out those sessions.
Okay.
Again, if there aren't objections, of course.
Exactly. I just wanted to bring that up, just like so everyone knows about it, and if they are opposed or for it, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha.
If there are anybody, definitely jump in and let me know. Full disclosure, I have recorded this session, so if there's anything anybody's uncomfortable with that, I
No,
will cease and desist.
no. That's awesome.
I think that's fine.
With raise this brand. I can't.
Are you the Seattle Seahawk fan here, Josh?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha. All right.
Seattle Seahawks?
It's his PayPal thing. It
Yeah.
has the Seattle Seahawk logo.
Oh,
Oh,
it's the Superman symbol with the Seahawk logo in the middle of it. Because I'm also
Yeah.
a huge Superman guy. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
I
just
forgot
saw
that was my picture on there.
the Seahawks thing and was like, oh yeah, he lives in
What's
in
what's
Washington. Makes sense.
What's
Josh
the difference between
Cunningham, right?
for goods and services and for friends and family?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Friends and family. What's the difference?
So if you do goods and
Bookkeeping.
services, you have like a insurance or whatever
Oh,
to
they charge you like $1, don't they?
just in case the business doesn't provide the
Gotcha.
stuff you're paying for. Whereas like friends and family, it's just like a transfer of money.
All right, sent. I'm debt free now. All right, I think this is a good start.
I do too.
Yeah,
I hope I don't die.
I would say that's an understatement. I don't know if I can describe how excited I am. I'm leaping for joy on the inside.
Good.
Yeah, for real, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all been really looking forward to Dragonlance. I think
For quite a while,
essentially as
yeah.
soon as it got announced, we were all planning on playing Descent into Avernus, and then as soon as Dragonlance got announced, we were all kind of like, we should play Dragonlance instead.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep.
Sure.
And then from pretty much that point on, as soon as the as soon as the book got released to do character creation, we were just diving into character creation and all that kind of stuff. And this was, I don't know, like I think it came out in November or something. So we weren't even like level 8 in Curse of Strahd.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm still
All right,
sad
boys.
for you guys for the Strahd, the way that ended up.
I know.
I'm hoping that everyone remembers their character, and when Arctic
Oh,
is
yeah.
like, "Hey guys, I'm back in business. We're going to finish Strahd,"
Right.
and and be like, "Hey man, you got
Find
to
a
run
couple
this
nights.
last fight for us."
Yeah, give us 3 nights.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Gotta get some closure for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, like it was such a cool adventure.
It was. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I really did enjoy that campaign.
Yeah. It was so cool. I love moments where your character just does like just super cool stuff. And or other times when people do silly things. It's just
Oh yeah.
super fun.
So, Josh, too, do you get to play a lot, or are you pretty much just like a full-time, always DM type of person?
Almost always DM. I actually locally have a group. We just started hanging out and started running a game together where I get to be a player. And it's super weird and awkward because the GM is new. And so for me, I have to keep my mouth shut a lot and let
Yeah.
him run
Yeah.
because I want to be like, oh, hey, this thing, or what about that? Or why didn't you read that before the session that you knew was coming up a week in advance? Or
Yeah.
little things where I would just do things differently, but we all have fun, so it's not something I would never put them down. It's all about encouraging and
Right.
very subtle suggestion, or like, oh, hey, for this one game, I remember having to read through the module and taking notes for, and then, oh, yeah, maybe I should. And if you have the time, whatever, no big deal. Side whisper, yes, you absolutely should.
GM's a hard job. It's a tough job.
Yo, bro, for real.
Yeah.
There's definitely like some stress that can come from it, like being on the spot and being the entertainer. I feel like it's kind of like being like a stand-up comedian or something. I don't know. Not in the delivery sometimes, but just
Yeah.
in the everyone's gathered looking at you and
Yeah.
having the background info. But yeah, for me, it's super enjoyable. I love world building. That's one of my favorite things. That's why I don't mind getting deep into the lore, having those questions ready to be answered, even if they
Okay.
never come up. Like for me, it's part of the fun. And like I said in the interview, like to get back into Dragonlance, like you guys being excited, I'm super stoked for, because when I saw it come out, I was like, oh man, it started bringing back my memories of the books and the characters. And like, I was a teenager in high school when I first started reading them, and I'm almost 40 now. Like this year I turned 40, so it's been a long time. But I
Let's
remember.
go.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. All good things.
All right. Anything else?
No?
All right. I gotta start writing my backstory in form so I can send it to you.
Yeah, let us let us know. Like you said you would, but let us know if you want just more, like in
Sure.
general.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
message us. And we'll let you
Like
know.
if you have like maybe a certain thing planned, and you want to include some people in it, just I don't know, tell us to be like, hey, would you be interested in joining X? Could you tie your backstory into it or something like that?
Okay.
Or if you
I'll
have a
definitely bear that in mind.
cool idea of how we could change my backstory to fit the story, I don't mind that at all either. Absolutely. So just let us know.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be reviewing and updating my notes and stuff, and yeah, definitely ideas are going to spring forth from that. The one again, I would just love it, and it's up for anybody to take the ball and run run with it. But I would love it if somebody was on Brunhilde's cookbook or in Brunhilde's cookbook and needed to try to get themselves out of it, even if it happens in the first session. Like they walk up into camp, Brunhilde's like, "Hey, mofo, you owe me 10 gold for that room you trashed," or whatever. Like when I saw that, I just thought, "Oh man, what a great opportunity!" So if anybody wants to take that, that would be the only one thing I would say from here. If anybody wanted to volunteer to be in the book,
You're your wife,
again with the
bro.
assumption it would be temporary, unless you want to have that strife throughout the campaign. I'm cool with that, but just be a
She's
fun
just
thing to
always coming up with weird stuff that you've done to just bonk you with a pan.
Well, there's not always bonking with a pan. I got burn their left shoe. They owe me money. Hit with a pan. There's lots of different. That's the recipe.
Punishments.
Certain ingredients go into the retribution you're gonna get.
Drag out, paying them back. Be like, oh no, I know we found that dragon hoard, but if you remember, I had to get repairs. I had to re-up my supplies, and after that, there wasn't enough for you. I don't know. I didn't want to just pay you half, so I spent the rest. I swear I'll get you back.
Yeah, don't be Thunmore Kobold Raids. He owes me a whack of cash.
I think it would maybe make the most sense for some of the Faerun characters to be over there. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that is the one. I think that is probably the biggest thing I have to prepare, which is not a big deal at all, which shows you how much like how ready things are to jump into it. But yeah, just figuring out a cool hook, getting them from one world to another, and then integrated with the group. I'm going to be spinning the wheels on that quite a bit. And there are a few ways we can kind of integrate that into our session, but yeah, that'll be one of my main focus points over the course of the next week here.
Maybe there's like some sort of like Stargate or something that they were tinkering with and just bloop. You're now in a new world. If you've ever watched Stargate before.
But they have the gates to the outer planes and stuff like that within Faerun. It could be something similar to that. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Also, too, like because Magic the Gathering is now integrated, like maybe somebody's a planeswalker and their spark goes off and they get transported randomly. There's infinite ways to go about it.
Yeah, but I
Or
could see those.
It's a parallel universe, and they're actually living their life in both worlds at the same time.
I could see those two idiots getting a piece of treasure, and it says, "Do not rub the genie lamp." So the dumbasses rub the genie lamp. What's this gonna do? It can't do anything bad.
I would love to run or play in like a Magic the Gathering D&D campaign, but I'm like, it's on one hand, it's the culmination of all my nerdy hobbies for my entire life, but on the other hand, am I ready to be that much? That's
nerdy?
pretty damn nerdy, even for me.
That might scare you a little bit.
I
And
fully encourage it.
It sounds fun.
I have a Ravnica game I'm getting set up, actually, just looking for another player or two to join in. But I fully embrace and encourage all of that nerdy overlap. I wanted to get to the point, I was hoping that the people who join the game are familiar with Magic enough to where they might want to have mage duels with the card game in lieu of like a D&D token battle scene. Like, this is a formal duel. You have shields or whatever that represent your life points, and you summon like illusionary beasts that have hit points. But anyway, that's a whole thing. I've taken a whole mindscape on that.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
How many games are you running?
I want to fill my schedule with it just because I want it to be full-time, professional, pay my rent and bills and feed myself with it.
Okay.
I think I have as far as tables that are open to join, I have like 6 others, I want to say.
Okay.
And as they kind of fill up and things fill into the schedule, I might drop 1 or 2 off, because this group will essentially kind of be replacing one of those. So I guess the least popular, whatever doesn't get picked up, would then just kind of be replaced or played later. I have L5R and Palladium as the other game systems. So for D&D, I only have the Ravnica. I wanted to get a Goblins game where the players are goblins. Nobody signed up for that one, so that'll probably be the one that falls off.
Oh,
But
our old GM, just to you know give some good ideas. Our old GM was saying he was going to, or like an idea he wanted to do was get everyone to play like goblins or hobgoblins or whatever, and do the Rise of Tiamat campaign, but you all play for the dragon armies, and you play like this quote unquote evil campaign, where you kind of just antagonize like a heroes or whatnot.
That'd be
Sounded
sick.
kind of
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah,
See,
that'd be
the
cool.
way I wanted to start my goblins campaign is the players are in the Mines of Fandelver cave as goblins, and it's not
Okay,
going to
yeah.
be in Fandelver, like it'd be
Right.
in my homebrew world, but it
Yeah.
is that cave, and they start off with heroes have infiltrated our cave and are
Right.
rescuing their buddies we kidnapped, so we got to go deal with that.
Yeah. I think like that kind of thing would be super cool.
Well, maybe that's what we do next.
We all play. I mean, to be honest, the hobgoblin stat block for like a player characters is pretty tempting. Not gonna lie. Same thing with the bugbear. Bugbear is pretty cool.
Twin kobold rogue with the hack
Oh,
and
hack tactics. Yeah.
stabbing someone many times. Funny.
Their new ability, Rising Shout or something like that, is pretty good too. I don't think you get advantage, but everyone else does.
Hey, Steve, did your mother, did Kelp's mother give me a bogus reading? Should she go in my book?
Well, it's not necessarily a bogus reading. It is because she would have detected your thoughts. So it's quite embellished, I would say.
Well, it's kind of like a fulfilling thing. Like a tarot card reader or a psychic can pick
Yeah.
up on the intent of the person that they're reading. Like if I go to get a tarot reading and I say, I'm looking for my soulmate, I'm giving the reader everything they need to extort me to the end of days. All they have to do is be like, oh, well, guess what? You're going to meet the one. They're going to have maybe a couple of these random attributes. Then in my head, maybe she says, hey, I'm getting visions of a girl with red hair. Now I'm going to the bar looking for a redhead. And so
Exactly.
they've kind of planted the seed that gives me the confidence to then find. And they could have made it up, but have been right because I approached a redhead and we hit it off and then we got married. And what do you know? That psychic was right. My soulmate was a redhead. Who knew, right?
So what could I have played off like that have been floating around your head to kind of make a good reading from?
Maybe she's the one that told Brunhilde that she's going to be the best cook in Ansalon.
No, but I am the best cook in that salon.
But maybe she's the one that put that thought in your head.
Yeah, but why would she be in the book of revenge?
Yeah, we got to figure out why I'm in the book.
Well, because Buddy's in the book because he made you like adventuring. So maybe she's in the book because she made you go on this massive quest to be the best person ever.
Maybe we sold you our best clams and mussels, and we came to eat, and we just think you just murdered the recipe, and we refused to pay and stormed out because you just fucked up our best clams.
I did a dwarven twist on sea elf mussels.
Exactly. It's like this is awful. Why would you do something like this? This is a disgrace to our clams.
Blasphemy. Some
Yeah.
pineapple on pizza stuff going on there, which I'm a
Yeah.
fan of, but I know that's yeah.
Right. So we refuse to pay because it's such a shameful dish.
Yeah. What's your family name? You're going in the Book of Revenge.
Okay, I gotta have a name because my nickname is Kelp. What's a seal last name? Help me out with the name.
Kelp. I don't know. I feel like Weaver. Something Weaver.
So I don't think you would have been. I don't know how old you are, but like, I don't
No,
know,
it's my mom and my dad. Yeah.
they were down south selling dodgy oysters or something, clams.
No, they're the best clams. You're the one who fucked it up, not me.
With
Here's a very quick, just off of Google, some clan names for an aquatic elf. There's Brightwave, Silver Pearl, Scarlet Leaf, Joybringer, Bright Whisper. I like the first ones better because they still have some water themes, but
Let's go Silver Pearl because we are dealing with clams and there's pearls in
Oh,
clams.
there you go.
Kelp
Maybe you
Silver
guys
Pearl.
have like a jewelry thing on the side too.
Maybe so.
Maybe your mom makes some jewelry and sells it to the people she extorts.
That's right. We're becoming quite evil
and
people.
align your chakra.
Yeah. Like, you know, if you have this like pearl necklace with you, you'll never forget who the person is that you're supposed to marry and blah 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 and whatever.
Okay, I need a dad name now. First name for the book.
Sorry, it was Silver Pearl.
Silver Pearl's the last name.
Okay. So Silver Pearl Elf Couple were selling the best clams with a recipe, and I did a dwarven twist, but you refused to pay.
Pretty much.
All right.
What's your mom's name?
She doesn't have a name yet.
I feel like because you're kelp, your dad should be like grass, and and your mom should be like coral or something like that.
Like coral.
Coral's a good name.
I don't know about grass, but coral.
You know, like seagrass.
What about
kelp?
weed? Like
algae.
Algae.
Okay, what
Could
is
even
that?
go the other way with that. If one of them is like plant based, the other one could be animal based.
Oh, animal. Yeah, we have coral, so we could have like,
Barracuda.
Well, I mean, if you're kelp, you obviously got to be blue kush, right?
or you could just have something that's like,
Plankton.
Plankton.
No, I like coral. That's not actually.
Or gill. You could have gill.
Gill.
Coral and gill, Silver Pearl.
Yeah, I like that. That'll work.
A dodgy elf couple. Best clams with an asterisk.
And what's the name of your
It's like the hairy
restaurant?
lady or angry lady.
The raging lady.
Raging lady. Okay. Yeah. So my parents would have told me about this.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
raging
family with
lady
and collect 15 silver.
There you go.
I could see that almost becoming an in-family joke, like with other foods too. Like the conversation grows and the joke keeps going.
Yeah.
Like if it was a spice they would put on there, like, oh, I'm gonna go make a cheeseburger. Like, oh, don't forget to put the paprika on there. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool.
Now, on the other side of it, if they are the best clams, would the dwarf then be like, oh man, those assholes didn't pay, but I'd like to see them again, not just get paid back, but I'd like to see those clams again because I think
more
this
clams.
is awesome. Yeah. Maybe there's a compromise that can be reached, or I don't know.
Yeah. You still want the clams. That's
Yeah.
yeah. We have the best clams, damn it.
Yeah, my parents, they have like a rice grain and like a brewery kind of setup farm. So if you want some of my stock too, we can arrange that.
right.
So if you guys want to set up like a restaurant/inn empire, I fully embrace that entrepreneurial mindset. I watch a lot of Shark Tank and Gordon Ramsay, so I will encourage that to the end of days.
I did that with my kids. They opened up bookstores all over Faerun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are they like the Red Wizards, except for like magic books and stuff?
Nah, I don't know how it started, but this old guy used to have a whole bunch of books, and they went and they had to go find something in it, and I didn't expect them to do it, but they kept all the books and gave him the books back, and
Oh,
and it was kind of a sweet gesture from the kids, and so opened up a bookstore, and they came back and found out they opened up a bookstore, and they wanted to help him out more because I gave him a shitload of gold, and so they just went around building bookstores and partnered up with them. So it's kind of a cool deal. All right, boys and girls, it is close to midnight, and I am headed off to bed.
All right.
Catch you next
I
time.
think that's a good place to call it here for me. I got a couple things to do here. So, any final notes? Anything we should do? Absolute last opportunity to get words in before we close up for the night.
Nope,
No,
looking
just
forward to it.
thanks
Yeah.
for inviting me along, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. Glad to have
Oh,
you.
yeah.
It's
Thanks
gonna be
for
great.
bringing me in.
All right, next Tuesday it is.
Yep.
All right.
Good night,
I'll
everybody.
catch you
See you
guys
guys.
later.
Sounds
Crack
good.
of dusk on the 31st.
All right, good
All
night.
right. Peace
Yeah.
be with you guys.